All right. Welcome. Smooth's gonna continuously roll that dice. You have all arrived through various means into the Running Man Inn. The Running Man Inn is a peculiar place for adventurers like you, placed on a nice inlet corner, just outside the gates of Falcon. Its big, flashy, brown and yellow sign is enough to grab anyone's attention. And as you walk inside, you notice that this inn is rather fancy. Looking around, you see a nice combination of wood, stone, and steel all throughout the building, giving the inn a modern, dare I say, a futuristic look. The sound of flowing water echoes from a small fountain inside, and a band of bards plays a soothing tune from the opposite side on a small stage. In front of you lies a wooden statue of a person, presumably running, giving the tavern's name, and given the inn's name, and it is significantly larger than most inns you've seen, being 3 stories large, with all floors visible from the main area and a small mechanical lighting structures dotting the place with a warm glow. The guests here seem to vary in different races and cultures, all bent on having a good time. Although it feels odd in a place like this, seeing that they're more like traveling nobles or diplomats more than anything. There isn't much you know about this place, other than it's usually caters to the wealthy and that it's located in the Faloski Province. Anyways, you were told by a colleague of Lorenz's, you were told that the colleague of Lorenz's would arrive here soon. So I guess that's what you intend to do. If we were to go down the list and describe who is who,
I'm just following.
we're gonna start with Anya. Where are you? You have just arrived into the Running Man Inn after previous events that has put you through the teleporter into this inn.
So you're just asking, what are we doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? What would you like to do? How do you appear to others?
Well, despite how I was before, I'm kind of, tired. But, I'm not going to show it. So I just, slump down into a nice little table, order a drink, and just casually lay back, my feet up on the table, just chilling.
I like it. A girl likes to just chill. And the other members of our party, which I think consisted of Nathaniel Brown, what would you like to do?
Choose which one this is.
A roll.
That's a 15 straight up.
15 puts you at an 8.
Okay,
so Nate actually decided to join Anya and is currently be sitting at the same table same table as her. Whether he's sitting next to her or across from her, she can decide. But currently, recently when they appeared in the town, he left for a little bit and came back with the new what looks like a drawing book, in fact, and he appears to be sketching with some new painter's tools that he bought. It's kind of strange because no one really for anyone who knows Nate, you know that he's never really shown an artistic side to him before.
And Crescent Moon, would you like to describe yourself as you have entered the inn? It's fine. We could go to Fleck first.
Deflect because his character sheet's
All right. Yeah. All right. We're gonna skip Harry for a moment and go to Fleck. So Fleck, what exactly? Alphonse is with you, but he's currently kind of quiet right now. It's kind of a new place, and he's having a little bit of an anxious time. So how would the two of you just like to enter the premises?
I'm just gonna, I kind of acknowledge Nate, but then I go over to the bar with Fawn, and I just sit there, chill, try and break the ice a little bit. And I might order a drink a little bit later, but for now I might read on a little less dirty part of the counter if I can. I'm probably going to take out a book written by one of my favorite Knoll authors. And just chill out with that.
Okay.
What's the name of the book?
It's not The Little Knoll That Could. It's give me a sec.
She wrote another book while you were gone, did I mention?
Soul, Means, and Values.
Alright. Interesting. And, if you would like to describe how Alphonse is for now, since our player for Alphonse is unfortunately not here.
I think he's probably just got his head in the clouds a little bit. I think he might order a hearty ale or something like that just to pass by. I don't think he'd be interested in the book I'm reading. He could ask me about it, but I don't know.
Right. Understandable. And finally, Crescent Moon. Eating nachos, I presume.
Eating nachos.
Dressed in old, battered armor, seems to have been pieced together over many years and a handful of decades. Her hair, white as the moon with splotches and streaks of gray in it.
Right?
Crescent Moon stands at around a flat 4 foot.
Mm-hmm.
Her weapons on her back seem to be composed of the same sort of built and maintained over a handful of decades. Look honestly more like family heirlooms than anything else. In the tavern, she'll simply be sitting off in the corner, eating whatever meal or whatnot, and simply watching the city folk around her do their thing.
Alrighty, and there was another group that was that arrives a little bit shortly after you, after some time. A pair of mages. Smoot, you are one of those mages. Gundar is the other one. So your name was Persuader. Yes. Describe yourself as you were entering.
As Persuader enters, he just realizes that this is not his kind of crowd. Just a bunch of rich people in extravagance. What? That's not what he likes.
Nowhere near close. I'm still kind of poor.
You got
200 gold on you. What you mean poor?
So
Okay, but before.
He's probably just kind of trying to figure out how he can meet the people and then leave this place. So he's just kind of out of his element in this place.
I see. I'm about to send you guys a picture. If you could just
I'm
place.
in the middle of something.
She's not talking to us.
Someone knows.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Hold on a moment. Ooh. If I can reach the chat. There's a lot of chat rooms in here. Alrighty.
I could put him back to where you can.
Oh, what a good doggo.
I could go back to where we can only see him if we have the roll.
Alrighty. So, ignore that picture. Hold on, I'm about to send another one here. If you can, it's going to be a picture of the tavern room. If you can, please place yourselves in the room where you desire to be.
Oh my fucking god.
Is that supposed to be me, the goblin?
That might be you. I did not get Anya's or Smoot's.
I did. I sent you Persuader.
Oh, where?
Use the pictures in DMs.
Oh, yeah, damn. No, really?
What? You want me to send you something else?
Alright, I guess I'll take it.
No, you can use that other picture when Mom comes home with takeout. Just use that one instead.
Alright.
Oh wait, was I supposed to send you a picture?
I think I still have Anya's picture on the other Discord. I can grab it real quick.
Alrighty. But, a picture of, wait, when Mom comes in with, oh wait, that's you accepting me with open arms. I'll take that picture for persuasion for now.
Okay.
No, I was gonna take, I'll take the picture of, I forgot his name from Undertale. Lancer.
That's Deltarune, get it right.
Shut up. It's just like, ooh.
Answer from Underrune.
From Underrune. From over the hill.
Underrune. Delta Tail.
Delta Tail.
What's the difference to map, Pat?
Yeah, I know, right? Anyways. Alright, so I have that. I have these boys. Oh, I am missing one more. Who else am I missing? No, Alphonse is in here.
I just sent you one.
I have Crescent Moon, I have Nathaniel Brown, Perschweiner, and Fleck, and Fawn.
Perschweiner.
Well, this is going on. You mind if
Me.
I
I just sent it.
Alrighty. So I'm missing Anya and... No, I know. I'm just wondering if I'm missing anyone else. I think that's everyone. For now.
Technically Terry.
Well, yeah, Terry's not here.
Can I roll perception on this tavern real quick?
Yeah, sure. What are you looking for specifically in the tavern?
25. Just the general layout of it, I guess. Like what type of people are here, is there anything of interest, stuff like that. And that was
As I said, the main types of people that are here are nobles and diplomats, traveling nobles. The way that this inn is positioned, it's right next to the opening of the gates to Falcon. So, they usually got some prime real estate here. And the fact that the calmness of the area, the soothing effect of the water, kind of strikes itself as a quiet place instead of the typical loud, rowdy inns you're used to. People are having very casual conversations among each other.
Luke was one of those taverns.
Good question. That little brown rectangle with the blue squares in the middle, what is that?
That is the waterfall.
Okay, well, Nate would most likely sit there, considering that the water flowing would probably relax him as he's musing and enjoying.
Alright, so you're gonna be by the bar, by the waterfall?
I'll be sitting
at the table next to the waterfall, or near the waterfall.
Alrighty. And, let's see here. Roxy, you were at the bar, you said?
Yeah, that's right.
The bar with Alphonse. Are you towards the bards or are you towards the waterfall?
Towards what else? The bards and what?
The waterfall. There's a little indoor fountain.
Towards the bards. I like to be able to listen to the music.
Alrighty. And I'll put Alphonse right next to you. And Perschweiner, where were you?
Wherever has the least inn-goers. Like, where's the least populated area?
I would say it would be by where Nathaniel is.
Okay, I'll go over there.
It's kind of secluded in a way. You want to be at the same table as him or a different one?
Can I not, like, chill at a wall to the left of the waterfall?
Oh, that's actually stairs.
Oh.
That go to the second and third floor.
The lighter brown area has stairs there?
Yeah.
Well then I guess, yeah, I'll just sit down at the same table as Nate.
Alright, I'll put you at the opposite side of it. Yeah, he just seems like in the near far corner next to some plants and a waterfall. And, Crescent Moon.
Is this for exactly where she's seating?
That is correct.
Okay. And the blue is the waterfall location, correct?
Hmm?
The blue is where the waterfall is? Crescent Moon will sit by the waterfall.
Would you like to sit next to Persuader and Nate or Nathaniel?
Just a random.
Or you want to sit in the
ragged-
table in front of it?
Random ragged.
Much as I want to bop this guy in the nose with a ham leg.
He's referring to Nathaniel.
Yeah, Nathaniel. Crescent Moon will sit in front of the waterfall. In fact, she might even lay her head down for a couple moments, relishing in its sound amid the activity of the tavern.
And that leaves us with dearest Anya. Where will you be sitting today? Or standing?
I just, sit at a table by myself. I'm kind of tired, so I'm not really in a talkative mood.
You want to be towards the bards or towards the waterfall?
Towards the what? You cut out for a second.
Or towards the waterfall?
I'll be near the water.
Fair enough.
Quite a popular area.
Poor Roxy is sitting there by herself, pretty much. Well, she has Alphonse. I think that will be perfect company for her, for now. Let me show everyone their new positions here. As soon as my Discord loads. There we go. Alrighty, that's where everyone is. Is there any interactions you wish to do for now? It seems like it's gonna be a little bit of time until this colleague comes and approaches you all.
I'll interact with old Nate. Seems like this place is normally filled with a bunch of rich people, but you stand out a bit, eh?
Go ahead.
1 second. So Nate, so that's an 18.
Alright, you successfully, you want to stay Nate, or you want to become Nathan?
Stay Nate.
You stay as Nate.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I would stand out. Like this. So Nathan. I mean, not Nathan. So just calling Nathaniel in this situation. This is what all of them look like. Nathaniel is currently wearing scale mail. Bit of a more of a higher end armor. You usually see something like Rangers or something like that wear this. But for him, you notice that he has a longbow on his back, a shield on his back, and then he has two long swords at his side. He seems to be, and over the scale mail and the rest of his armor appears to be a set of scholar's robes.
So now it's my turn.
Can I ask why you decided to sit here? I mean, he looks around. Sure, there are a bunch more tables.
Well, I need to wait, and it's a bit better sitting with someone like you instead.
Someone like me in what regard?
Those others, they're not my type. Anyway, let me introduce myself. My name is Persuader, and I am here to meet some people. Can I hear him, by the way?
They should be getting it through my mic.
Well, Persuader. Name's Nate.
What? What was the roll for?
That's all I see in something like
Every time you roll, I'm going to assume it's a whiz save.
11. Then.
Ooh, you changed personalities.
Which one is it?
Nathan. Or Nate. You were staying as Nate, right?
I was, yeah, first time I was staying as Nate.
You changed to Nathan.
So, when he's shaking his hand, you notice that his stature kind of changes. Like, he becomes more, like, you see instead of, like, this more, like, absentee look, like he's, like, where, like, he was invested in this art. He kind of seems, like, done with it at this point. He kind of, like, quietly puts the book away and pulls out a journal to write in. And you notice that he's more like he's instead of standing up straight more, he seems more like reserved and everything, and like as if he's like slouching over everything and trying not to be noticed.
So you just kind of like try to stop interacting with me.
It's like he never really interacted with you in the first place, kind of. Like, where he shook your hand, and then he nodded, and then he changed, and then he proceeded to go do that.
So, are you here at the meeting? Turn my mic off.
Push talk at least.
Let me. So are you here to meet any people?
Yeah. And he probably says, oh. And he kind of looks at the stranger for a little bit, but then he just kind of just looks at Gilly and he says, oh. Yes, I am here. I came here with a group, and we are here to meet our new employer, I suppose.
Oh, an employer. Well, if we share employers, that would be quite nice. I'm not pushing this up. Sorry if you guys didn't hear that.
What now?
I'm just talking with Sen in the.
Alright. Well then, that would be your most wondrous occasion, Schwainer?
That's right.
Can I roll history to see if I can recognize what culture he's from?
I have a pretty big accent.
You sure can?
That's a 12.
12? He seems to be what appears to be the common culture here. You're not too sure what the common culture here is, though.
What's happening?
Currently Nathaniel's talking with Perschwainer, or Perserius in this situation. We're just having a conversation.
That's it?
Yeah, currently.
Wait, who's having a conversation?
Nathan and Perschwainer.
Okay.
You are... Alright, let's see if I can figure this out. Where are you from exactly? Your accent seems familiar. You're from one of the cultures that are common here in Torzhokia, but I can't place it.
People are quite interested in origins, it appears. Mine is in the loss.
Guildland myself, though, I suppose I hope you're not.
I can't hear smoke.
Well, depending on how patriotic you are with the loss, that would technically make us adversaries in a way.
I could care less where I was born.
True. Well, I guess birth doesn't matter much, unless you're the type to care about that.
I'm assuming many others here would care about that.
No, not many. Unless they're, well...
He's a gesture into the diplomats and relations.
To be quite honest, they wouldn't care for you one bit. You're just another stain to them in a way.
Oh, you don't need to tell me that.
Oh yes, I've learned that firsthand.
Seems like we'll be good, but
Yes, most certainly does, Persuader. And
wait, you told me your name's name, right?
and just in case I forgot to tell you, my name is Nathan.
Well, you told me earlier, but you didn't add that then part.
Oh, yes. Apologies about that. Anyway, I'll just go back to writing. He proceeds to write down in his journal again, and if you happen to look at his journal, you notice that is not being written in a common alphabet.
So, push whenever he just grins at you and then kind of just looks around and other than that, he didn't have much to do.
Is there to be any other interactions for the time being?
Is there anything that catches my eye beforehand?
As a matter of fact, roll perception.
Oh wow. Okay, let me just go up to the channel. Oh, what's mine? 10.
It's a little bit rather easy to notice, but after getting bored with a little bit of the reading, you turn to look towards the entrance because there's a weird little statue there, and it's like, that's a pretty weird statue. What you notice there is even weirder. It appears that there are 6 more adventurers of some sort, or they seem to be in your types of clothing, stumbling in, a bit rowdy and rough for the crowd that is here, and it's quite an unsettling sight. People are looking at them and kind of shifting in their seats a bit antsily. It was kind of the same reaction when you were here, but it's to a much greater extent.
Can I discreetly ask the bartender if they know who these people are?
Oh my god, hold on, my thing broke.
Oh, okay.
I just screwed. Wait, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Because I'm on push to talk and I'm not pushing any buttons.
Oh. Wait, you're not what?
I'm on push to talk.
Cut off of that last bit.
Oh, there we go. I wasn't on push to talk and I wasn't pushing any buttons. Now I am.
Ah.
Oh, this is bad.
Okay, so say again.
So, you call for one of the bartenders and this young man goes up and he's like, no, I don't think I have ever seen anyone like that before.
Can I roll perception to see if he's telling the truth?
That is an insight.
Oh,
that is an
insight
roll. Yeah.
Okay. All right. 16.
He seems to be telling the truth, although he's a bit unnerved that people like this are entering.
What are the what kind of people are we looking at? Like, what races are the people in the group?
They seem to be a mix of humans, elves, and I think there's one tiefling in there.
Okay.
Can I roll perception to see if I notice the group as well?
Yeah. Well, they're a bit of an obvious group, but you can notice to see some features.
So for me, that was a 16.
With a 16, you're able to tell that some of these people have brands on their faces. The brands seem to be some sort of writing. You can't really discern it though.
That sounds like a cult to me.
I'll probably enjoy watching those guys.
Wait,
All right. Roll
are
perception.
there any languages that I know? Sorry, go on.
That's a nat 20.
You know this brand is distinctly infernal, and lucky for you, you know infernal. In the rating, it says. Hold on a moment. Let me put it on.
Did anything happen? I
Yes.
can't hear anything right now.
In infernal, the writing says "You're mine now," and these brands are all over all of their faces.
Oh shit.
Since Nathan
You notice
also
that
knows,
they're also oddly shifting around the area, spacing themselves evenly across the tavern.
since Nathan knows Inferno, would he know that?
Oh, you know infernal?
I believe Nathan does. Let me check to make sure.
I don't know Infernal.
It was one of the. It was one of the languages that I chose. It's not on the first page.
Yeah.
If Nathan is here, yes, he would know what that says.
Nathan is here.
Then
Currently.
he would understand that it says in infernal, "You're mine now."
So Nathan notices the stuff, and then he quietly looks at him, Persuader, and he asks, "You understand what that reads as well, right?"
Yes, quite an interesting group has just showed up.
I have a strange feeling about this group. I'll be right back. And then he stands up, and he walks over casually to Anya, sitting down next to her, and he says, "Hello, Anya.
What's up?
You notice the group as it's Nathan currently. I haven't explained this to you yet, but I will later when we have the time. But you noticed the group that just came in as well, right?"
I look over and see a bunch of people wait, should I roll perception for this too? To see if I see the brand or no?
Yes, you should. Yeah, you should.
Okay. Let me like
You got this, Anya. You got this. You don't got this. I'm joking. Not 20.
She notices.
Alright, so yeah, I definitely noticed that shit. I'm just like, oh, well now I do. What they kinda creepy, what's going on?
I do not rather know, but I have a feeling that this may not end well. I mean, excuse my stereotypical nature. Usually when people have infernal script written on their face, that's usually a bad thing. Considering the fact that the script says apparently you're mine now, I have a feeling that these aren't going to be nice people.
Like how bad are we talking? Are we talking like cult bad, or are we just talking they might start like a fight?
Either or. And while I can feel that Nate would most likely like that, I have a feeling that this might end up with some unneeded casualties.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
Well, for right now, I just want to make sure that everyone in the tavern is aware. So continue relaxing, but Nathan stands up and says, "Just keep your eyes out for anything. I would like from one of my closest friends to stay safe, of course."
Gotcha.
And then he walks over to Crescent Moon.
At this point, Crescent Moon will,
Yeah, I know. You can change it to alt.
well, I'll change it to alt as soon as I'm done talking. At this point, hearing someone coming over to her, Crescent Moon will pick her head up and just generally start shaking out the cobwebs.
He'll sit next to her and act like he's relaxing and say, "Hello, Crescent Moon. I trust that your rest was well."
About as well as one could in a noisy tavern with music playing.
You were most certainly asleep during this, but seems to have been an interesting group that's arrived in the tavern.
Crescent Moon will glance around for a moment.
Look in the chat. There are some new things there. Cookie, with your natural 20 on the perception, you notice these people are pulling out weapons and kind of playing with them. It's very sketchy.
And uncomfortable. Who does that?
Yes, the people here are really uncomfortable. Some of them are even going upstairs. The tiefling who seems to be in front of them has walked up to the bar.
Or is it just me?
Wait, what?
I'm sorry, what?
I mean, do other people notice this, or is it just me?
No, well, I mean, some people are leaving. It's just you who noticed this in the party. And you also notice that the tiefling, which I would assume is the leader, is walking up to the bar.
Okay.
But yes, but you do. And does Nathan notice at this point during his conversation with Crescent Moon as he acts like he's just relaxing as he looks around?
Yeah, I think Nate would notice this too.
Nathan frowns and says, "Oh, well, I suppose my suspicions are possibly confirmed then. Crescent Moon, it seems that the people who just recently entered the tavern don't seem to be playing nice, or won't be playing nice. Or that's my current suspicion. Anya already knows this, and a friend over there, he motions over to Persuader. They both know of this, and I told them to keep their eyes peeled. I doubt that I will be able to get to Fleck and Alphonse in time, but I'd suggest be prepared for anything, because considering how the situation goes, I might have to step in, or another version of me anyway."
Crescent Moon will lean over a little bit and sort of like put her hand on his shoulder and pull him a little bit closer. Say, need me to bite someone's throat and bring him to the ground for you and start this whole thing, or wait?
Why don't we wait?
Nate certainly would enjoy that. I'd rather take more of a tactical. But of course,
if this does end up in combat, and then he gives a soft smile, but you can tell that there's a sadistic flavor to it. Oh, I suppose people who want to cause trouble for innocence should be punished, shouldn't they?
As they should.
Totally not bringing up my book because
Actually,
there's totally no combat going on.
I'm feeling a little bit parched right now.
Would you like to join me at the bar?
Sure. Would you like a scotch or a whiskey or a martini glass of some kind?
I suppose we'll see.
So we will. And with that, both Crescent Moon and Nathaniel will get up and head over to the end of the bar where Fleck and who else is there? And Fawn.
All right, as you are walking over, the music. Oh, as you're walking over, the music's going to come to a stop here, as you hear some crossbolts being loaded in and being raised up. My computer froze. But
I wanted to just say that Schweiner is basically he's just watching the adventurers and me and waiting for something to happen.
I'm waiting for something to happen on my computer right now.
Yeah, but you're marking your own party.
Yeah, but I'm acting natural, so. Also, did anyone hear a car, by the way?
No, I did not.
Oh.
Wait, he said that, like, crossbows were being loaded and the music was stopping.
Yeah, the music stopped, crossbows were loaded and raised.
Like, how high?
Towards the crowd.
towards the
Like, are
crowd.
they gonna shoot somebody? Okay, alright, cool.
So assuming
You hear the tiefling who was at the bar. He stabs a knife into the table. He's like, "Alrighty, everyone. This is a hostage situation. We are holding you all for ransom."
I think the fuck not.
Nathan just simply chuckles and says, "Oh." How far did he get to the bar before? How far did he get to Alphonse and then before he stopped?
Around the same place. Okay, so you got to the table in front of where Crescent Moon is at.
So where Anya's at?
Yeah, so you guys are next to Anya.
Yeah. So right where Anya's at. Nathan leans down to Anya and says, "Well, Nate did tell me that you love Italian Tavern Brawl."
Now, if everyone could just calm down and just sit tight, we'll get this all underway.
Want me to hit the fan? Want to make this hit the fan right now?
Give me a second for that.
I'm asking out of character.
I was gonna ask Anya if she wanted to start. She's good at Tavern Brawling.
Anya, would you like to throw down? Start the
Hell
throwdown?
yeah. Where's the chair? Where's the nearest chair? I'm ready to throw a chair.
You were sitting in it.
Oh shoot, I get up. I pick up a chair. I'm ready. Y'all can try to come get me if you want.
Car, can I roll stealth to pull out my cheese knife with my cheese and make it look like I'm just cutting out some
Tell her
cheese?
yes, I can't do it right now.
Yes. Oh, wait, they can hear you right now.
Wait, we hear you.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Because my computer's frozen.
And he just quit. Anyway, but yes, you can do that, Roxy.
I hate this.
Well, actually...
Why'd you make my potato-ass laptop do this?
So Nathan goes when he says, he's gonna say...
And he's kind of like thinking for a moment, I wonder if it'd be best if he joined in these situations.
Who's he?
And then he's going to talk to him. He's going to talk to him. He's going to say, so, which one of us would like to start the Tavern Brawl? Nate says, you know I'm into this shit. The third person is going to say, I'd rather not get my hands dirty currently. I'll leave it to you two brutes instead. Nathan shrugs and says, and then says out loud, I guess it'll have to be me to start this.
Who's the fucking third one now? I'm dead.
I'm dead.
In character, you don't know this.
Yeah, I know. But, like, yeah.
And Nathan says, and Nathan kind of looks around and he says, and then he asks, and then he says, okay, out of character. Do we want to start this fight now, or do you guys want to go play it a little bit more?
Wait, could I like intimidate him though? Like, don't fucking mess with us. I'm tired of shit. Is that possible?
Six of them. I mean, you can roll it.
Like, do I have to roll 6 times?
You roll for once.
Yeah, you roll once. I'd have to roll.
But is that possible though? I can't roll, right?
Yeah, you can roll for intimidation.
Shit, let me fucking roll.
Okay, so yeah, I got 13 on that stealth roll, by the way.
13? Yeah, I know.
Damn, I got 13. That shit didn't work.
Yeah, it appears that most of them just seem to be... they raise their eyebrows in attention at you. You have succeeded in gathering their attention, not really scaring them.
So Nathan says, the Nathan noted is he gonna say, huh, handsome. I would hope it's a pretty penny at least. Actually, how much are you hoping to get from this? He's speaking to the leader.
There's a lot of nobles in here, including Mr. and Miss owns the town. He points to a pair of individuals who don't seem to be fazed at all by any of this. Just seem to be one just seems to be giggling a little bit at his mention, and the other one's just tuning a lute.
Creepy.
Do you have a number?
I'd give it 100 for each head.
100. How many people in the tavern? Yes, you can hear this conversation. But and then he goes, yeah, what's going on for you? And he kind of mumbles something. Yeah, what's going on? And he actually says to himself in Dwarvish, yeah, what's going on for 200? Well, let's just do that. And then he's kind of making his way. He kind of like made his way like halfway between the leader and the table of the situation. And give me a second here. I have to do something. It's quite a lot of money. Oh. There's only one thing I have to say to that, really.
Oh, really? What smart-ass compliment do you have to say?
Blink step.
Like what?
And then he disappears and appears behind the leader.
Oh, damn.
What would Dex say? Wait, wouldn't I get advantage on this, actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you roll with disadvantage.
You rolled a 7.
He failed.
Damn.
Damn it.
Everyone else had love for to have them roll for initiative.
So suddenly Nathan disappears and appears behind the leader with his long sword pulled out, and this one is Rose. And suddenly the leader takes 10 damage. And he says, and as he reappears, he says, I know sermons you hated. When disgusting thugs like you decide to mess with innocent people. I think that would teach them a lesson, don't you think?
I got an 18, and as soon as Nathan or Nate or which iteration? Nathan says that Crescent Moon will like lick her lips and like show her sharp teeth at the leader. Also, I got an 18 on initiative.
I got 17 on initiative.
17?
20.
Dang! I'm about to fuck a bitch up.
Yeah, she ready. She still got her chair.
Oh yeah, Roxy, what is flex initiative?
+3.
I have +3 too. Damn. I think that's a roll off. Actually, do you want to go first? Or would you prefer me go first?
I don't care.
Alright, so 21 is first?
I rolled 13 on stealth to take out my cheese knife. And like my cheese.
Your cheese knife has been taken out. Cheese knife is coming out, so Porschwiener is first.
I'll go first, Floxy, just so.
Okay.
So Porschwiener, anyone between
like and rock
15, excuse me, anyone between 18 and 20?
I love this song.
No, anyone between 18 and 20? You? 18. You're next.
This song is perfect for a fucking tavern brawl.
Anya got 20.
Oh, never mind. Anya's next.
Some of us rolled in the rolling channel chat if you want to check their car.
It's fine. By the time I read it, you guys would have said it twice already.
It's been a while since I've heard this song.
I've never heard this song before.
This is good country.
Wait, that's such a thing?
Yes.
He says that living in the South.
Yes, there is good country.
I'm joking. I have a redneck right next to me. He punched me for making that.
Noted that it is actually, you know, the one who is tuning their guitar or fiddle, I guess in this case. She's actually singing. Alrighty. So, Roxy. Who had underneath 16? Oh wait, yeah, Crescent Moon got 18. Crescent Moon gets...
Daniel says.
When the devil finished, Johnny said, "Well, you're pretty good, old son. But sit down in that chair right there and let me show you how it's done. Found the mountain, run, boys, run. The devil's in the house of the rising sun. Chicken in the bread pan, picking out dough. Ready to let your dog bite, no child, no."
Alrighty. It is Pushwayner's turn.
Oh shit, turn.
Like the party has started. And so there's that one guy right below.
Hmm?
There's that one adventurer right below.
Yes.
Can I move and is there any way I can keep covering around the table?
Yep.
And then I want to be able to fire around that cover.
Yes.
You fire above that cover, technically.
I want to go to cover behind the table. I've got one table that's kind of like marking everyone's total in front of me and see the mine value.
It's like diagonal.
You want to go to the one that's southwest, or the one that's directly south of you?
The one that's directly south of me.
Alrighty. And you're going to do what?
Take cover behind the table.
Alrighty.
And then I'm going to launch a spell. Or I guess a cantrip. I'm going to use Toll the Dead on the guy nearest to me.
Ready? Hold on a moment. Toll of the Dead. He's going to make a what now?
Wisdom save.
13.
He failed.
Okay,
I gotta roll. Do you have a D8?
Where did my... Oh, I had another one. Whatever. There you go.
Yeah, 1d8. 7. That's
7 damage. And you said to the adventurer underneath you, right?
Yeah, right.
Man, we always seem to have a tavern brawl when we get together, huh?
Anya. It is the great and fabulous Anya's turn.
Okay. Alright, so I still got my chair. Who's nearby me? That I can fill the chair at.
There are two guys to your right, and there's the leader who Nathan just gave a large slash on the chest to, with a flint step, and right in front of you.
Wait, he's right in front of me? Nate is right in front of me?
Well, not right in front of you. The leader's like a little ways away from you, like 15 feet away from you, and then you got two guys behind you at the wall.
Okay, well, I'm gonna throw a chair at the leader because he's disrupted my my relaxing time.
At the leader, she said. No, righty.
So wait, this is an improvised weapon. So what do I roll?
You roll a D20 plus your strength modifier.
Okay.
So did you see how the tavern brawler thing?
Yeah, but because your proficiency. Oh yeah, so that'd be. So that'd be plus 7. That'd be a D20 plus 7 for you.
And on a hit, it should be 1d6 plus. I thought it was 1 step.
Damn, a 12. I'm upset.
To hit the leader?
Come on, now, let me throw the chair.
You said that was to hit the leader, correct?
Yes, it is.
Unfortunately, that do miss.
Fuck.
Alright, Crescent Moon.
How many people are on the leader right now?
Well, it looks like you saw a very stout and angry dwarf throw a chair at the leader, as well as the lupin that did significant damage to this leader. He's already bleeding.
Damn.
Crescent Moon is going to, she's gonna, acting quickly, she's just gonna run straight at the leader and try to bite his neck with her sharp teeth.
Alright, roll to hit that.
Johnny said, devil, just come on back if you ever want to try again. I done told you once, you son of a bitch, I'm the best as ever been. He played Bound, Bound, Run, Boys, Run. Devil's in the house of the rising sun. The chicken is bread, better picking out dough. Bread with your dog bite, no child, no.
Oh shit.
Alrighty. So as as Crescent Moon, excited to go and jump into battle, jumps a little bit too easily, catches her ankle on the table and slams right on the table. You're gonna take
man.
4 environmental damage. Your face is red and splintery.
Oh man.
Are you alright, Crescent Moon?
The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal.
She, you see her, she does like a thumbs up, but then she just instantly reaches for one of her martial weapons.
Boy, let me tell you what. I guess you didn't know at the time a fiddle player too. And if
You see
care to
stars or
compare, I'll
Tweety
make a bet
birds?
with you. Now you played pretty good fiddle, boy.
Speaking of stars and Tweety birds, it is Nate's turn.
Against your soul, 'cause I think I'm better than you. The boy said my name.
Nathan's gonna look at me. So Nathan's gonna like kind of twirl his sword around. He's gonna ask, still feel like getting the ransom?
Oh, you're a very funny boy.
Well, I kind of did just disappear, appear behind you, then put a cut on your chest. You're bleeding rather profusely there. I'd say that's a pretty from your heart.
Not the worst I've ever seen, and he points to his brand.
Whoever gave you that? I'm not. To be quite honest, I've probably dealt with worse than this. Well, I mean, if you're going to be an imbecile and continue to fight us, well, I guess I better send you to whoever gave you that mark in pieces. And then he's gonna roll the hit. That's gonna miss.
You roll.
That was a 2.
Yeah, misses. They... Huh, big talk, no game for you, huh?
You do realize you have a gaping wound in your chest.
Sucks here.
Oh, so there's one of them behind me, right? So, I tried to do something earlier. I rolled a 13 to, like, stealthily take out my, my cheese knife and my cheese so they wouldn't, like, be suspicious that I have a knife in my hand. Did that work?
Yep, you have it.
Okay, so I'm gonna dash towards the closest guy, and I'm gonna stab him with my cheese knife.
Alright, roll the improvised weapon.
Okay, what do I roll for that?
1d4.
Plus nothing, right?
Nope.
Yeah, 1d20 plus 9. She hasn't hit yet.
4.
Oh, that's what I thought. I mean, sorry. Yeah, I meant d20. I was thinking damage.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay. Wait, let me just 1d20 plus nothing. 12.
12 will fit.
It hits.
Okay, let me just... what would the damage be for a cheese knife?
D4. It's an improvised weapon.
Oh, she got a 4, so...
Yeah, I got a 4.
You deal an amazing blow to the adventurer, dare I say, with your cheese knife. You stab it right deep into his gut.
I leave it there.
Hardcore.
I could just get another cheese knife from Ma, so I'm just gonna leave the cheese knife there.
Or let me tell you what.
And if you care to take a dare, I'll make a bet with you. Now you play pretty good fiddle, boy, but give the devil his due. I bet a fiddle of gold against your soul, because I think I'm better than you. The boy said, my name's Johnny, and it might be a sin, but I'll take your bet, and you're gonna regret, because I'm the best it's ever been. Johnny, you're on up your bow and play your fiddle hard, cause hell's broke loose in Georgia, and the devil deals the cards. And if you win, you get the shiny fiddle made of gold, but if you lose, the devil gets your soul. The devil opened up its case and he said, I'll start this show, and fire flew from his fingertips as he rosined up his bow. And he pulled the bow across the strings and it made an evil
It's
hiss.
Flex turn. Oh, Flex. Ah, yeah, Flex turn's over, damn. So, oh my gosh. So, the leader of the group, he kind of looks at Nathan and is like, I like how you think we're common thugs, eh? We ain't no common thugs.
Yeah, I could tell by.
common people, though.
Yes, I could tell by the ugly brand on your face. Yeah. Yeah. I've dealt with slavers who had better brands.
Shut you up and cut out your tongue.
Many have tried. Most of them were in a body bag.
Does a 22 hit you?
Yes, it does. Is that natter? Is that natter or natural?
You are going to you're going to take 6 slashing damage and 1 poison damage. Roll Constitution.
I'm not. I'm not
Poison
going
doesn't seem to have taken into effect on you yet.
Really? Poison. Ugh. And then you hear Nate come out for a split second and say, "Poison? Really? Fucking puss."
The devil bowed his head because he knew that he'd been beat. He laid that golden
The other people, there are 3 individuals who are going to take their crossbows and aim to shoot at Anya.
Of course.
Does a 13 hit you?
What?
A 13? Yeah.
Did it hit?
13 AC.
Hmm?
Just a 13 hit.
And the devil jumped up on the hooker stump and said, boy, let me tell you what. I guess you didn't know it, but I'm a fiddle player too. And if you'd care to take a dare, I'll make a bet with you. Now you play pretty good fiddle, boy, but give the devil his
Do you have her
fiddle of gold against your soul, 'cause I think I'm
another character sheet?
The boy said, my name's Johnny, and it might be a sin, but I'll take your bet, you're gonna regret, 'cause I'm the best as ever been.
A 12 misses. It did?
Is something happening?
Yeah. Alright, one of them hit.
This armor class thingy with the.
Oh, okay.
Anya's gonna take 4 damage. You're gonna take 4 damage from one of the crossbow bolts that hit you, the other 2 just whiz by.
So wait, do I take 13 and 4, or is it just
Oh, no, the 13 was to hit you. You had to look at your AC to see if it did.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I
Alright, with the 2 that are right next to people, the one next to the one Oh, and next to Pan. I mean, not Pan, Fleck is going to attempt to just hit them over with the crossbow.
You're gonna hit me with the
They
crossbow.
10 hit you. I don't think it.
No, I have 15.
Yeah, so they're just gonna take it, but this swing was wide. And as for Bushwainer, you are going to get hit by the other guy with a crossbow. Nope, no, you're not. He's actually just going to just take the crossbow, and he spends way too much time preparing to hit you with it.
When the devil finished, Johnny said, well, you're pretty good, old son. But sit down in that chair right there and let me show you how it's done.
And it is our boy, Bushwainer.
Schweiner, we're totally dead on the guy that I am already totally dead on.
Alright.
Being already.
He will fail. Roll for damage. And he is wounded already. He is wounded by your first blow. Light ding today, isn't it? He rolled a pretty light ding. He was like a ding.
Let me get some water real quick.
He rolled a 1.
I done told you once, you son of a bitch, I'm the best as ever been. He played Bound the Mountain, Run, Boys, Run. There was in the house of the rising sun.
You sure can.
The chicken and the bread and the picking at the door. Grand for your dog like no child.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is without 1 damage on the on the person next to Persuader. It's Anya's turn.
Okay. And kind of pissed off. I don't know. That is my turn. I'm gonna get my javelin and throw it at the. There's a dude behind me, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it at the dude behind me. Yeah, and open trying to hit.
Alright, roll the hit. What'd you roll?
Fucking 10. Ugh.
Yeah, that's very tragic. And tragically, you throw the spear and it hits the wall to the next to him.
Don't say that without sentience.
Don't say that. Its feelings are hurt. Crescent moon.
I don't care. It deserves it.
Your face is firmly planted on a table.
Crescent Moon will draw her greatsword and continue charging at the leader.
Roll the hit.
Critical.
Oh, you went from 1 to... Man, you went from 1 to 20 real fast. Roll double damage.
Is that a double the weapon die, or just roll and double it?
Yeah, you're rolling double.
Okay.
laid that golden fiddle on the ground at Johnny's feet.
Whatever
Johnny
you prefer,
said,
man.
Devil, just come on back if you ever want to try again. I done told you once, you son of a bitch, I'm the best as ever been. He played
22 points of damage total.
Devil's in the house of the rising sun. The chicken in the bread pan are picking out dough.
You deal a severe blow to the leader, knocking him down to the ground, actually.
Oh yeah, I did not mention my friend. She's half of me, and she doesn't take time to me. She's
And then Nate pops in and says,
little shits like you.
She literally face-planted herself. What the fuck?
As Crescent Moon like brings the the leader of this group down to the ground, she is growling like a wolf. Think of it, it's audible across the whole tavern.
You're getting hungry, Crescent Moon.
She looks at the leader. Like she looks down at the leader hungrily.
What the absolute fuck are you?
When he came across this young man's son on a fiddle, and the devil jumped up on a hickory stump and said, boy, let me tell you what.
The dog you kicked a couple of hours ago.
And if you care to take a dare, I'll make a bet with you. Now you played pretty good fiddle, boy, but give the devil
Alright,
his
it is
due.
Nate's turn.
I bet a fiddle of gold against your soul, 'cause I think I'm
Since he's on the ground,
The boy said, mine
gonna
ain't
hit him.
Johnny,
I'm gonna-
it might be a sin, but I'll
I'm
take
gonna
your bet
hit him with
you're
my longsword.
correct, 'cause I'm the best as ever been. Johnny, you're on up your bow and play your
how does a
hell's broke loose in Georgia and the devil deals the cards. And if you win, you get
how
this
does
shiny fiddle
a
made of gold. But if you lose,
13 sound?
13 hits.
All right. That's 8 damage.
That's enough to you want to kill him or incapacitate him?
Kill him. Kill him. Kill him.
Kill him. Incapacitate him. But the last thing he's gonna hear, I'm gonna incapacitate him. But the last thing he's gonna hear is, after I'm done with you, man, I'm gonna find out why you came. Sweet dreams.
Could have killed
You're
him.
incapacitated, correct?
And then
I said, okay, the leader's
down. We'll keep him alive. Everyone else.
Leave nothing left.
And then you hear a third voice coming.
out of nowhere and say,
Leave nothing left. Disgusting.
Roll for intimidation.
I want dinner.
No, not you. Sorry. You may.
Oh, yeah, I tried. Hey, I want to try to help him out.
Roll the 8.
Oh,
So wait, so do I roll with Nathan's or do I roll with his?
It's probably not that good. You're getting aid from a.
13 for the aid.
That's a 4. That's a 17.
The devil bowed his head because
I'm
he
guessing what stat he has.
And he laid that
So I
golden
don't know
fiddle
if that's
on the
accurate or not, so I just
ground
want
at
to.
Johnny's feet.
So that's 17 in
Devil,
all.
just come on back if you ever want to
17
try
for that.
again.
That's 17 in all.
You son of a
No,
bitch,
it's
I'm the
8.
best as ever been. He played
His 8 is half. So, oh god, this is a bad idea.
Roughly 7.5. Round up or round down?
Let's round down. So 7 plus
So 8.
So 13. One of the people at the bottom who wasn't really doing anything, just kind of like, alright, what the fuck did I sign up for? And kind of just jumps out.
Well, looks like one of you isn't stupid. Like, and this is very much a different version of Nathaniel. Like you guys have seen Nate, who's very much a shit.
What now? It's my turn? Is it? Okay.
It's Flex turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna go for the dude I have within my go with my rapier. Alright, let me just...
Alright, hit that boy with your rapier.
Rapier! A natural 20.
rolled a hit.
Yep. Four.
That is a lot of damage. Wait, was that with the cheese knife?
No, that was with the rapier.
Oh, gotcha.
I left the cheese knife in him though, so that
You
could do
hit the
additional
cheese knife
damage.
with the rapier.
I hit the cheese knife with the rapier.
You hit the cheese knife with the rapier. You pretty much take your rapier and you hit the cheese knife even further into his body, and he's like, ah!
Stop screaming, I will eat you first.
Oh, Jesus.
Nigga, like worms. No, I'm not gonna say that.
As soon as you knocked out the leader, right? His head starts glowing.
Oh.
Get the excited.
This-
Both of you.
Me?
No, me and Crescent.
Oh, yeah.
This party seems kind of sadistic.
13 hots.
14.
You guys, as soon as you glow up, you guys turn around and tuck tail and run. His head exploded.
Well then,
See that for him? It's a bit weird.
looks to the rest of them. Whoa! Looks like you'll die if I knock you out. Eh. Too bad for you.
Tragic.
And then she says, "Huh. I'll have to make a note of that. That'd be rather interesting, wouldn't it?"
As soon as my computer loads, I could do shit.
I believe that's what happened.
Currently cars are waiting to, well, basically, leader guy's head blew up and cars
Well, yeah, I remember that. Say again. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on. The two remaining people are going to take shots at Nate and Crescent Moon, respectively. So Nate does a 16 hit.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Alright, Nate, you are going to take 4 damage. Oh boy, that's a lot. And Crescent Moon does a 16 hit.
On a nose.
Alrighty. It's going to be 4 damage. This is piercing. Alrighty, and then the other crossbowman is going to go and attempt to hit Freshwainer by running over to him again. And he's probably gonna miss. Does an 11 hit?
No.
Yeah, he misses. At least he got his crossbow ready to hit you this time. And then one for Fleck does a 15 hit.
I think that might just be it. Yeah, 15 is my armor class.
Alright, you're gonna take 5 damage.
Down to 35.
It is Freshwainer's turn.
So this guy keeps missing me. Okay, one second. Schweiner is going to say to the guy who keeps missing him, maybe you shouldn't have picked up this fight, honestly. And then I'm gonna use Toll the Dead again.
Roll ahead. Roll your damage. It's fine. He failed. he failed horribly. Alright. Damn, he's getting progressively weak. He's getting progressively weaker as those loud bells are just ringing him to death. And it is my man, my boy. I mean Anya. I'm sorry, y'all, my gal. Gotcha.
Oh my god.
Thanks, my guy.
Thank you.
My dude.
My dude.
Who else is left?
It's your turn.
So
Anya.
there is still the person behind you that attempt to throw a javelin.
Okay, I'm gonna throw another one.
Alright, roll to hit.
What the fuck, a 9? I can't. I'm about to go. This is too much.
Just use a real weapon.
The javelins seem to really be not liking you today. They really like the wall a little bit more, I'm just saying. They really like sticking their head in that wall.
I hate
It is going to be Crescent Moon's turn.
Who's left?
On the map is up to date.
His head is blown off.
Yes, the leader is very, very dead.
Anya has the guy in the corner. I'll move to the guy that is on the south wall. Is it right?
Right of Flack.
Yeah.
Yes.
Move. Crescent Moon will move to there and take a swing at the cultist or whomever, or the
one that I didn't hit.
The one that got away.
yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. Can you even reach that far? What's your feet range?
I believe it's 30 feet. So
5, 10, 15,
no.
20, 25, 30. Oh yeah, down.
Can or cannot?
You can.
Can.
You can.
Can. All right. All right. Crescent Moon will move and move to strike him.
Alright, so a roll to hit.
Has a 12 sound.
And 12 will hit. Roll damage.
Uh, 12.
A 12. Damn, okay. That's not this guy, it's this guy. Alrighty, it is Nate's turn.
Nathan's gonna manifest. So Nate's gonna manifest and say, Anya, come on!
I know, I'm sorry, it's not my fault. I'm just having a weird day.
Just having a bad day.
He's gonna pull out his longbow and he's gonna aim it at the same guy that Anya is aiming at. And say,
Roll to hit.
that doesn't hit.
This guy has like some magical force field or something. All these arrows and javelins just keep hitting beside him.
I rolled from that one.
Oh, that one he just kicks back at you. At least you get your arrow out.
I catch it and I'm like, well...
Alright, left.
Okay. Because of the head explosion thing, I suddenly had a thought. I'm gonna whip out Freddy, and I'm also gonna go with that same wound. that he's got.
Alright, roll to hit.
Alright, let me just see the stats for the thing again. D4 plus dex, is that what it is? I have it written down, but it was kind of sloppy at the time. It's probably not that. I'm gonna feel really bad if I accidentally like, forgotten how to roll for the thing. Is that what it is? 1d4 plus dex to hit with Freddy?
Well, it's 1d20 plus dex to hit. 1d4
Oh,
plus
okay.
dex damage.
Okay, alright. Let me just do that. 17.
17 roll damage.
Okay. Seven.
Alright.
Nothing changes, right?
No, yeah, nothing really changes here.
And he's not
this
dead
is
yet.
not a time-based oddity, so yes, you did not get the +5 with that.
Yeah, it's just the other dude's head exploded because I wasn't entirely sure.
But you do did
yeah.
do a nice slash with Freddie Mercury through this guy's chest.
Yeah, having a good time.
This guy seems very worried. And he's going to retaliate and attack you back with his crossbow. Apparently they only brought crossbows to this party. I do not know why they thought no one was going to attack him up close.
Yeah, why did they just bring ranged weapons? That's
14
so
hit.
dumb. No, just misses.
There you go. The other one's going to shoot at you as well, though. It's going to be a 10, 13 misses. And then you got the one guy who's got, like, the god of deflecting arrows over here. A 14, does that hit Anya?
This is 14 hit. Are y'all saying stuff because I can't hear anything?
I don't think anyone's saying anything right now.
Okay. Sometimes things just go. The sound just sometimes goes out on my end, so I'm not always sure.
It's all just the voices in your head.
I want to have one of the wine coolers downstairs. Grab one of those.
Anya's AC is 16, right? Yeah, so that'll hit. Alrighty. It is. Oh, wait, no, and one for Bushwainer. That misses. This guy is really bad at hitting you. He's just like, lugging this giant heavy crossbow, and he's just like, oh, and it's everything so predictable. He's like, wow, what a loser. Speaking of which, Bushwainer, it's your turn.
Make a wisdom too.
I think he is going to pass this time. He got a 50. I guess insulting is a wisdom wasn't the greatest idea. Ooh. And it is the lady of the hour, Anya.
No, we're just passing and then I'm gonna miss again.
Go up and hit him with your battle axe or warhammer.
Alright, is this the same dude I've been trying to hit like forever?
Yes.
Okay. Am I close enough to like hit him with my longsword?
Yeah, go ahead, run up and hit him with your longsword.
Okay. Fucking 11. Ah,
11?
yes.
This guy is just the master of dodging shit, I swear. Even starting to have a little fun over there. Crescent Moon.
Crescent Moon will swipe at the thug she hit previously.
Alright, and roll to hit the thug.
That was a 9, Haas.
Yeah, it's just misses all around already. Nah. Bad rolls, perhaps? Maybe you were, looking at something. It is. Fluxy. Oh wait, yeah, you're right. It is Nate's turn. But you gonna miss though, let's be honest.
Nathan, getting increasingly annoyed, is just going to say, you know what? I'd like this to be over with as soon as possible. And he's going to blink step straight at the person that Anya's targeting. He's going to appear on the table right in front of him, forcing him to roll his extra.
Is that our range? Is that within range?
Yep, his moving speed is 45. He's within 7 tiles. Or 35 rather.
He made a nat 1 on that deck save, Haas.
He takes double damage.
Yeah, you shouldn't have gotten a little bit too excited with that.
That's 13 damage.
13. Ooh! Finally, the last guy with max health is sitting at the third least. Alrighty. Now it's Flexter. Flex Seal. Let's go.
Alright. So I look at this guy, seeing as he tried to attack me with a freaking crossbow, and everyone else has been doing that, and I look at him dead in the eye, and I'm like, do you seriously not have any melee weapons? What logic did you bring to this freaking... You know what? No. I see where your logic is. It's right the fuck here. And I slash my rapier at his penis.
Please tell me. Please tell me to hit.
I'm gonna slash right at his fucking manhood, and it better fucking get a critical hit.
Damn.
Oh, did it not do it?
It's a 9.
Oh. Shit!
Oh, damn.
You slashed nothing, which is probably where his brain is right now. I'm gonna be honest. That's probably the real area of where his thinking is. It was a nice attempt.
Well, you know where I meant. You know exactly where I meant.
Are you sure he brought a crossbow to a hostage situation? It is their turn. He's just gonna look at you and like, what the fuck are you doing? And attempt to hit you with a crossbow. He's gonna miss. He's gonna miss. You know,
For God's sakes, all of you need to go to shooting school.
Dumbass.
missed.
Deadass.
Oh my god. Anya's was missed. Oh, Persuina gets hit now.
This man is...
Finally got hit for 5 damage. Really intense battle going on right here. It's just 2 people swinging swords at each other. And it's just like all the air.
I'm gonna swing at his penis again when I can.
Oh yeah!
I better fucking hit. I better.
Alright, Persuiner, come on. You got this.
Persuiner.
You want me to toll the dead? Does a 12 make it? 13, right? Yep. Roll for damage. You gotta roll for damage, man. You want Hiltzman, right? roll with that deck save. Roll a deck save with advantage.
I figured. My dex is +1. And 11. How's 11?
Thanks.
Okay.
Schweiner has done his work.
Alrighty, Verschweiner has killed another guy who, like the others, had fucking exploded. Little bits of a dead person all over the place. Ew.
Ew.
Ew. Anyway, Anya's turn.
Who is left?
The guy that we keep trying to hit.
God. I really
Hey,
need
reckless attack is a thing.
What happened?
Wait, is my guy dead?
Reckless attack? No, your guy's not dead yet.
Okay. Alright.
What's it? Reckless attack?
Yeah, the way it works is you get advantage on hitting him, so you roll 2d20 and take the highest of the two. But everyone who attacks you also gets advantage.
So like the rest of the combat sequence or period?
You can. Wait a second. I'm looking at it right now. From what it looks like. Oh, it's until your next turn.
Okay, well I'm gonna do reckless attack. I'm tired of this shit. So I just reckless attack him?
Yep. So you'd roll 2d20 plus your modifier.
How does 12 sound? 12 doesn't work though.
12 hits.
Does it actually fucking hit?
Yes, it actually
Yes,
hits.
roll damage.
Damn, okay, so what is it now? Wait, so it depends on...
Their AC is 12.
Right?
So, okay, so what weapon were you using? Your longsword?
Yeah.
That's a 1d8 plus 5.
Eight.
Is that total dead yet? 8! This kills the crab.
You killed him! Would you like to describe how you killed him?
Hell yeah, in a fit of rage because I'm so pissed off that I haven't been able to hit nothing this entire time. I fucking slashed at his damn stomach because I'm so pissed off. And I cut deep to the point where you can start to see his guts.
You disemboweled him?
Yes, I did. That's how mad he was. Yeah, so that's what I did.
Well, unfortunately, you are still going to have to make a dex save because his head's about to fucking explode.
Can Nathan sacrifice his deck save to protect Anya from it?
Roll a dex save
Wait,
to
what's
push Anya out of the
happening
way.
with the dex save?
You have to roll a deck save because his head's going to explode.
Oh, it's glowing, right? I get an advantage though because I can see it.
Ah,
you get
but you
double
didn't
advantage.
explicitly state that you are going to avoid it.
But basically Nathan sacrificing his deck save based off his roll to protect Anya from it.
Why though?
Right.
Why can't he let me do me though?
Why can't you let her do her?
That's an unnatural 20.
Oh, wait, never mind. You got it.
Alright, yeah, you push him. You both get out of the way for this.
Oh, okay.
His dex save was 20 to get them both out of the way.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, individually.
What's funny is I'm a fighter, so my proficient and strength and con.
Alright, Crescent Moon.
Another swipe at the.
Another wanderer here to lick my father's boots.
How does an 8 sound?
I guess you're just way too tiny. You're trying to swipe at them, and they just do a little jig on you.
Okay, what the hell? Okay, there's something chat about these things. Oh, wait, there's this thing. These people.
Crescent Moon just starts growling angrily, growling out frustration at the thug. Stand still!
It is Nate's turn.
So, his guy's dead. I mean, Persuader's guy's dead, right? What's the current map look like? Actually no, it's still the same. But
It's just the same, but more dead people.
So I'm gonna take out my longbow, and wait, hold on. Yeah, I'm in with the mate for that. I'm gonna take out my longbow. I'm gonna shoot straight up the guy that I'm fighting on, and I'm not trying this. My arrow happens to go for his manor.
Oh my god.
First of all, that's a woman.
It's fun.
Second of all, roll the hit.
Oh!
Never mind that.
Tell me that. You didn't tell me
Roll the
that.
hit regardless. No, the one Roxy's fighting is a guy.
That's the one I was aiming at.
Oh wait, never mind. Yeah. Okay then. Wait, that's like half cover though, so you're gonna roll with disadvantage.
That misses. Yeah, just give armor class.
Okay. What was your roll to hit anyway?
That didn't make it. Yeah.
Well, shooting across the room, the arrow was by, thankfully, a lot of nobles and one dude's genitals. It is Fleck's turn. Apparently, everyone's
so
going
my
for this
dude-
man's manhood.
So my dude's still standing and his penis wasn't chopped off yet.
He has not been circumcised, if that is what you are asking.
He hasn't become a eunuch yet.
Okay, so I'm gonna go again with my rapier at his.
Roll to destroy penis.
Roll to destroy.
There's way too much of this right now.
Late night D&D.
When everyone's been missing and they get really pissed off.
19.
Roll for damage.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Wait, what is it? Please. Please. 5.
This man ain't got no more PP. It's just one P.
No more PP!
You took one P off the PP.
1 P off the PP. You said. So it's half there, or is it completely?
No, it's gone. It's gone, my dude. This ain't a dude anymore.
It was only a tip! It was only the tip!
Oh, stop.
I feel like you should roll a con save for that. How much?
Pride
Oh,
damage. 5 pride damage.
Ooh.
Alrighty.
Fuck.
Guy's still alive though, he just has no PP. It is.
Oh my!
In retaliation, he's just gonna throw the goddamn crossbow at you.
It's not gonna hit me. Nope!
He eats the crossbow into another fucking chair and knocks down a noble. It does 4 damage to him, but I don't think he really
You're fucking bad at this, bro.
They were laughing at his fucking no PP.
No PP.
Alrighty, the other one is going to kick. They're going to attempt to punt Crescent Moon. I think they punted Crescent Moon. 17 hit. Alright. It's gonna deal 6 damage, and you are punched back 5 feet.
Her poor
I'm
face
moved
is
5 feet
already
away.
messed
5
up.
feet to the right.
Her poor face.
Yeah, he
It's got
pretty much
splinters
punched you
and it's been punched.
laughing his ass off. Or that was the lady, so laughing her ass.
Oh man.
Alright, Schweiner, it's your turn.
So there's two guys, right?
Yes, two guys.
I'm gonna move down, closer to the guys so that I can hit them with my spells. And I'm gonna hit the one near Crescent with Toll the Dead. I'm ready to create it here. I think a wisdom saving is 13.
He fails.
Okay.
She fails.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that one's a girl.
Yep.
The lady was mildly inconvenienced by our small thinking. Alrighty. Anya. It's your turn.
Yes.
Do keep in mind, if you intend to attack this person with a ranged weapon, you might hit Crescent Moon.
There's still two people left.
Yep. One just punches Crescent Moon, a wolf Neko, across the table. Another one just
The other one's kind of lost everything.
Well, what's the one? Can I throw one near Fleck? Would I be able to, or would I hit them?
You got to roll with disadvantage.
Why? Because I might hit them.
Because it's above a certain amount of feet.
Oh, which one is closest to me?
Yep.
I don't want to hit her. Alright, I'll just go for it. Let me, Is it possible to throw a hand axe at him?
What's the range on that?
The one near Crescent Moon?
Yeah.
No, that's still too far.
It's not too far, but that is disadvantage.
Wait, could I move and also try to throw the hand axe at him? Or no, would that still be at disadvantage?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
I can? Okay.
Yeah, you can move closer.
I move.
You were currently. You were currently 40 feet away from him.
40 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Before you moved anyway.
How far can I move up to him?
You can move up 25 feet because you're a dwarf.
Okay. Okay, well, I walk 20 feet up to the dude near Crescent Moon.
Alright, you are now 20 feet away from him.
And then I throw my hand axe.
Roll the hit.
$17.
What is the range for hand axes?
60.
Oh yeah, so it's 40 feet. So 14 to hit.
7.
That's what she's 7.
17.
17. Oh yeah, that motherfucking hits. Roll for damage.
$6.
I killed her. You land a hand axe straight through her head, killing her instantly. Her head explodes, but thankfully no one's around, even close to her, to experience any disadvantage. Crescent Moon, the person you were about to kill, just got killed by a hand axe.
Alright, anyone still left standing right now?
There's the no pee one by Flat.
Well, there's another crown eunuch.
Crescent Moon's going to run up and try to grapple him, the newly anointed eunuch.
Roll for damage.
Grapple.
Oh yeah. What is that? I have to roll a strength. Yeah, you grapple him. Oh yeah, you gonna grapple him. I rolled the 1. Bruh, yeah, you grapple him. He's just so sad about his, like, loss of dick that, you just grapple him with ease.
Like, is he just, like, bleeding profusely so much that he barely feels the, like, 4-foot-tall wolf Neko run up and grab him and get him in a hold?
If this doesn't end with a suplex city bitch, I'm gonna be disappointed.
It depends on what Roxy wants to do.
Wait, what now?
Fleck wants to do.
Actually, it's my turn.
Alright.
Well, I'm gonna set a reaction. I'm gonna ready myself to where I'm gonna have a reaction where if Flex attack doesn't kill,
Oh, I think it's gonna kill this guy. If it won't, the bleeding will.
Well, just in case, I'm gonna ready my action to where I'm gonna shoot him with a bow, and if not that, when she does kill him, I'm going to say, "Get out the way!" to give them advantage.
Bitch, get out the way! Get out the way, bitch! Get out the way! Alright, Fleck, it's all yours!
Alright, let's fucking go.
You have advantage on this,
Oh, okay.
because Crescent Moon grappled
Bet you
them.
won't beat him with his own dick.
Gonna fucking go
Choke
right
him with his own.
Wait, what? Oh shit, no. I'm gonna like gut him like a fish.
Yeah.
Alright.
I got an 8.
It's a hit. Yeah.
8, yeah.
Oh wait, you roll with advantage. He's prone. Oh, an 18. I thought you said 8. Okay, yeah, that missed.
Yeah, I said an 18.
No,
I
that
said
hits.
18.
Roll for damage. If you don't roll a 1, you're fine.
Alright.
Yes, I remember.
Jesus, what with all these ones?
What was the damage?
6.
Alright, there we go. That's fine.
And with that, I yell, "Get away from the body!" to both Crescent Moon and Fleck.
I disengage as a bonus action.
Nope. You guys are both gonna make dex saves.
Oh shit. Okay.
Wouldn't Fleck be able to move away instantly after the attack?
Fleck's gonna move with advantage, you're not.
Okay.
Advantage on a dex save?
Would it be the case of disadvantage since I'm still holding the guy's body?
Yes.
24.
Well, I mean, you don't even need to roll because Fleck made a big enough save to save you as well.
Alright. Yeah, I got 6 hots on that, so... Thank you. Thank you, Fleck, for pulling me out of that one. I think.
So it's going about over.
It must be so weird to have, like, someone
If
so
you kill
much
the last guy, there's a small round of applause from all the remaining hostages. The ones that haven't ran away, of course.
Nathan will sheath his sword and like grabs both the javelins that are stuck in the wall and walks over to Anya and hands them to her.
I gotta get some water for myself and maybe a little bit of ice.
Wait, before you go, I look at your face and Crescent Moon, are you okay? You got splinters all up in your face.
She's like she stops for a moment. It's like she starts wincing in pain as the adrenaline subsides, and she feels the splinters. Like, oh, ow, ow, oh, ow, 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 ow. Just quickly starts getting them out of her face.
I take out a handkerchief, and I yeah, I give it to her.
She takes it and starts cleaning the splinters off her face.
You feel significantly better now that you don't have splinters on your face.
Alright. Now I'm gonna go get my water and ice. So, I'll be back.
After the applause subsides, the woman who was actually still playing bard music the entire hostage situation stops.
Oh, bad hit there, Nathan says, noticing his injuries.
Well, as soon as my computer loads, I will tell you what happens next. What's your right here?
While I pull out some like herbalism stuff to apply to my wounds, can I roll medicine?
Yes.
Can I?
Anya, how much health do you have?
And the woman claps her hands.
I think.
All right, you can all go back to work now.
Oh, you said you had max health?
No, I'm at 60.
That fails.
Because I lost like 4 damage, right? It was just 4 damage.
Oh, well then Nathan's gonna roll medicine on you, even though he's more injured than you.
Hold up, I'm fine, man.
That's an unnatural 20.
That passes.
So you get full health back. And actually, Nathan is gonna roll a wisdom save.
Alrighty.
That's a nat 1.
You are now Fox Neil.
Okay, can I roll?
You notice that, so Anya, after he fixes you up, you notice that he kind of like has a look of disgust as he realizes what he just did and kind of backs away slightly.
What's up with you?
I'm perfectly fine. He wipes down his hands. Nothing wrong at all.
Well,
I walk up.
How the hell does he handle all this?
Okay, I walk up to Nate, whatever you want to call yourself.
Daniel.
I say, hey Nathan, you throw quite the parties, don't you?
Look straight at him. I look straight at him and I say, please. Okay, so, and I say, yes. I do certainly throw quite the parties, don't I? Dealing with such, and he kind of dusts off his shoulders and this very arrogant attitude that you've never seen Nate or Nathan be before. He says, it's quite simple dealing with these disgusting vermin.
Can I roll an insight to see if he's the same guy now?
Roll insight.
Yeah, they were shitty.
So Smoot is rolling insight. So
What's your passive?
is rolling insight on me right now.
What's your passive perception?
Should I do the same thing?
His.
You can if you want. He's trying to see why I'm acting so differently. Passive perception is a what the fuck? Oh, that's
Wait, shit. Let me pull up Fox. His.
I have it as a 16.
Yeah, but that's not the correct one.
20. No.
So Anya got a nat 20 on that, and would you?
I got it on 22.
Nat 20 or
Hey!
Dang.
Oh yeah, you both of you noticed that this guy is not normal right now. Definitely another personality is in the work here.
Do I relate him back to the
Anya, knowing Nate a bit more, this is nothing like you've ever seen Nate before. This is something different. This is someone different.
Are you okay?
I am perfectly fine. and she's getting frustrated as he looks down at his hands and kind of clenches his, because basically he has paw, and he's like, ugh, how does he deal with this? Ugh. Yes, I'm fine. No, how is there anywhere? No, we might as well check. Well, I suppose you all should check these bodies to see if they have anything good on them.
Right. I'm checking for money.
Checking for money! Roll perception.
Looting is a necessary process.
They're looting right now.
Wait, I had to roll perception.
Yes.
On the bodies for loot. And also, do I relate him to the previous guy I met with the cats, the displacement? Do I?
19.
Should I have to make another roll for that?
The attitudes seem familiar. The voice is definitely pretty close.
Anya got a 19 on her perception.
Alright, so, Anya, you find 2 crossbows, right? 2 simple wooden crossbows. Each have 14 bolts.
Okay.
If you wish to steal these people's armor, you may. Although it's leather armor, I don't know how good that would be. It's just cheap leather armor, very poorly fashioned too. And now it's got blood and guts all over it because people's heads exploded. Probably not worth your time. You did manage to find a letter, and you also managed to find a grand total of 21 gold.
Oh, cool. Wait, can I read the letter?
It seems to be in a language you don't understand, unfortunately.
Okay, well, I'll wave the letter around and like, who can read this? Because I can't read it.
Let me see. Of course, the ignorant species of this time wouldn't know this. Anyway, he whispers up to himself anyway, and then he walks up, he takes the letter, and he looks at it.
It is in Infernal. Please roll perception. Yes, he does know Infernal.
I rolled a 7 on perception on relation.
That's a
7 gold, 2 crossbows.
That's 6. That is 16. You have the modifier, I think.
Yes.
I have a +6, but I don't
It's
know what
perception, right? Let me pull up the
Yep.
character real quick here. I don't even have it. Where the fuck? Oh no, this is tragic.
If it's based off my stat, he gets a 22.
Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. So I guess my computer's breaking.
When Car's computer's breaking.
My life is breaking!
Car, get a new computer.
See, I've been telling him that for the past semester.
You know, it's a hard life
He
to
needs to
record
get a new
and PDF at the same time.
Unless you can't afford it, then that's okay.
Wait, what is perception based off of?
Perception is based off your wisdom.
Wisdom.
That's gonna be a +6.
Oh, it's the same thing I had. So that's a 22.
The letter is a contract sent to the leader of the group. Oh yeah, I forgot you guys looted the leader. The leader has 12 gold.
Leader has 12 gold.
Poisoned daggers, 2 of them.
Poisoned daggers.
And a vial of small poison. Small vial of poison.
So Fox Neal's before that, Fox Neal pocket.
He's the one who had the letter. The letter was a contract to put this tavern on high hold and sell the 2 leaders named Bernardi and Benassi Rakovsky for ransom.
Say how much money?
Mm-hmm.
How much?
They said to hold them up, or for a grand total of 12,000, for the goodness, for the greatness of the new empire. I have not.
You see Nathaniel just laughing as he reads this letter.
Does he read it out loud, or no?
He says, okay. So these criminals. He puts quotes up, basically just trying to keep them laughing too much. They were trying to hold up the two leaders of these towns, and he reads off the names. For about 12,000. For about 12,000 gold. And apparently it's for the glory of the new empire.
Then you also hear some laughing in the distance. I love how they think of themselves as a glorious empire.
That was fun. It looks like there was a slight miscalculation on that, holding up the tavern and taking those two people hostage.
No, I am one of those two people.
That's fair.
And he points to this is an old, bald man. He's kind of sitting in the chair. He was with the lady who was singing earlier during the middle of the fight. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Bernardi Rukavsky, former count of this place. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Hey, excuse me. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Bernardi Rukavsky, the former owner of this place. The city of Falcon, actually, is what I am referring to. It used to be its former count. And this is its former countess, Benassi Rukavsky. And the lady is like, you bet I was. Still, I'm a fabulous player. Ah, yes, that you are. In more ways than one, I must admit. And, you are the Lorenz agents, are you not?
The who?
The Professor Lorenz. She sent you here.
So, you know who is going to try to root through Nathan and Nate's memories to see if he knows who that is. Who's going to roll history.
Alright.
That's a 14.
Alright, let me fucking pull back his mouth. Is that an int thing?
Yeah, it's intelligence.
Oh, wait. He's a really high... hold on.
For me, I have a +8.
Hold on a moment. I hate PDFs. PDFs are making me salty.
It's not needed there.
I got it. There we go. Damn, he's too good. Yeah, with a +8. That's with the +8?
No, it was a 14 was what he rolled normal. +8 would be a 22.
He does exactly know what's going on here.
With that, Nathaniel will remember to yes, we are, in fact. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nathaniel Brown.
Nathaniel Brown, pleasure to meet you. Are you the only agent? I am assuming everyone here are potential agents, but I think the ones that came in and did the fighting were what we were looking for.
Well, of course. And I am the leader of this group, in fact.
Crescent Moon will cringe and laugh a little bit. With your three split personality, is it more of a leadership or either way? With your split personality, it seems like a council rather than a single leader.
Oh, that's a nice joke you got there.
More of an annoying pest.
Me or the other voice in your head?
You have got quite the personalities, don't you think? It's rather enticing, I must say.
Well, that is most certainly good to know. Welcome back, Ben. The new guy's taken over, and he's currently talking to the two heads of, and we're all talking to the two heads of the two former heads of the town.
Okay.
Currently one of them right now. A count, a ex-wife.
Who seems to be a bit young
Okay.
for someone who should be his wife. She seems to be a bit young for someone who is his wife.
The wife seems very young for someone who should be the wife of a
And
count.
the count is rather old. Oh, damn.
Oh my God.
This is tragic.
Dropped out when he was saying something.
Is your mic on? Yeah. Okay, I'll probably just stay up there for now.
She'll look between the former countess and her husband. See the age difference, or try to figure out the age difference.
Yes. What is it?
Nothing. Just Christmas will stop for.
Just spit it out.
I know how to be polite. I want to be polite here.
Join back in the voice chat.
Yeah, you pop back into the voice chat.
That's fuck.
Don't take this the wrong way, but how did you two meet by chance?
Oh, that is wonderful to have. Honey, I'm sure you'd love it. Ah, of course. He was a nice old man. I was traveling here from the Warriors. I had a rough time with the locals of the city. They always grunted me for my appearance. Oh, and they wanted the cooking I wanted. It was too much. But this man right here, this lovely man, my lover, she. He wanted only my love.
Can Nathaniel roll a con save as he tries to walk away towards Anya to not throw up? That's a 15. Anya, you see Nathaniel actually try to throw up. Oh, disgusting.
Excuse me, problem?
Oh no, it's nothing. It's nothing.
Maybe you'd like to try my lovely wife's cooking. She knows she came from Confusion. She knows how to cook a mean flan. You ever had any fools? Ah, yes, I get to really put that on the fire.
He looks at Anya.
Like
he looks confused right now. Which is something that Nathaniel wouldn't be because he's been around. He's like, what the?
Ah, yes, traveled many things. Originally came from Hang their Inquisition days. Quite exquisite.
That's a 7 on. That's a 15 on his history check.
Confusion Inquisition is no names. You know them as people who would put down those who are not following its primary religion. I forgot the name of the guy at the time. I'm sorry. Or something like that.
No one cares.
Wow. Tragic.
Spice isn't here, so we don't have to worry.
But based on the way she spoke about them, you could say that she had some sort of relation to them. This is more of an insight thing, but I'll allow that.
Of a land
where they
would
would
hunt
hunt
people
down
who
people who
don't
don't
believe in God.
Sounds like a good place to leave.
Exactly. And so I traveled across some seeing its wonders and beauty. Of course. Come on. Right? Oh, you definitely that. You are the beautiful man.
I'm rolling.
I'm
saying what Nathaniel's doing. Eye rolling.
I rolling.
Crescent Moon just politely listens.
Well, anyways, I'm sure we'd like to explain how we truly met in this place, but it is clearly not having the patience for that. I think you're here to seminar music, he says.
Like, does her voice really do?
Oh god.
You get to this once in a while. Help singing. She actually has a nice pattern. I think it's something magical. Whatever she did that bard. Isn't that what you were? Exactly, honey. I was.
Oh my god!
Dear God. Crescent Moon will be like, politely like leaning up against a chair that is promptly covered in, head guts, head blood.
Oh my god.
And it's and it's quickly weirded out. Like, how's this like?
Wait, I don't know what he said. It's kind of faint.
Okay, basically, wait, you didn't hear what they said?
Cookie.
No. Who didn't you hear, is my question.
I didn't hear the count and the countess, because it's kind of low, what they're saying.
You're coming up.
I can hear a little bit, but not prominent.
Yeah, Carl switched to Perry's mic because his computer,
My computer died.
died again. So now he's going back to his mic.
Car's computer is an absolute potato.
It's my old computer.
Can you hear me perfectly fine now?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
All right, where'd you lose me at?
You didn't hear what the count said, I think.
At all?
I kind of lost. I don't know. I can't really tell you. I just kind of lost it when there was laughing. I didn't get it.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, what was the question you asked before that happened? I think it was you who asked it.
Daniel was gonna say.
Oh yeah. She was talking about her love story. It's like, as much as I love to tell you more about my love story, I think I'm weirding you guys out a little bit.
Coil and disgust. Like he's not even hiding it. He just looks completely horrified for a moment before he asks, "Oh yeah, oh yes."
And then the man speaks up. Oh, don't worry about her. It's a little trick she does. She uses it so she can sing many tunes. One of the best bards in Torzhokia, for sure.
I'm sure the best bard in Torzhokia would be willing to pay us for protecting them. Yes.
Huh.
Hey now.
That's
Be a little bit more charitable.
I think, especially since we are the envoy to your colleague.
Nathaniel then proceeds to show his wounds, which are quite numerous, as the blood sort of soaks into his black fur. He seems used to it at this point. He says, "Uh-huh."
Roll persuasion.
That's a 16. And I don't know what charisma mod you have. I think it's a +2. That's an 18. That's an 18 then.
Oh wait, for Fox Neil?
Oh wait, I think he has.
He's a negative.
Oh, -1. That's a 15 then.
Yeah, so the lady kind of laughed. I would just suggest I would have taken care of them myself. But you see, we were just testing you. We actually intentionally brought them in here. Ah, yes. We did it to see who the Lorenz agents were. We weren't told of who they were. We just told to gather them. I assumed the ones who would have stepped up to the plate. Or, the ones who aren't diplomatic nobles, if you know what I'm talking about. Part of the common folk, really. Those were the people Lorenz was looking for.
Wait, what's bullshit?
This.
In what way?
What they're saying. I'm just like, hold up. We almost died. We could have died. You were testing us. And then you just said, oh, we were just testing you. Bullshit.
So for a brief moment, Daniel looks shocked, and then you hear a familiar voice. He's like, "Oh, you fucking kidding me right now? Really? New contract? Hold up. Let's see if I can get this right." And this turns into Nate. You're telling me that you contracted these people to come in and hold you up for 12,000 gold, 120 platinum coins, I believe. to test us. You risked the lives of so many people in this building to see who the agents were. You could have caused people to die, and you're telling me that. And you actually see that he's grabbing onto one of the chairs, and it shatters under his grip. You're telling me that this was a test?
First,
And
that is my chair. Please do not break that again. Secondly, these guys were already on their way. We knew about them. So we just allowed them to come into the city instead of arresting them, probably killing them, making sure their heads come off, and making sure their heads don't explode, of course. Thirdly, no one was hurt because we believed in your abilities. And should you say that you are not proud enough of your abilities? And fourthly, if you think you are not going to get paid for this, you are sorely mistaken. In fact, I am here to escort you to my manor.
No.
To receive said payment. But if you're going to sit here and point fingers and break things, I'm sure you can. Okay?
Okay, Prashwana goes up to Nathan and says, you need to calm down a bit. I know how they act is annoying, but it is the way they act.
So Nathaniel tries to calm down, and he's gonna roll a wisdom save. So assuming what that would be, that is a 12, based off what I would think.
You stay.
Wait, which one stays? Nathaniel, Nathan, or Nate?
Which personality you have right now?
Nathan was the one that was brought to the forefront when he got
You're
angry.
trying to calm down.
I'm trying to calm down into Nathan, yes.
Oh, you can't.
And then he comes in, and then he says, Anya does. I'm gonna do whatever Anya does. And then he looks at her and says, what do you want to do?
I am a bit angry per se, but also I am hungry and thirsty. So I say to them, all right, if you're taking us to your manor, you got something to drink?
Oh, yes, I got a very extensive wine cellar. You know, all men these days, they don't have much to do. They store up their cellars full of wines.
Okay.
And the woman chimes in,
Sensible.
oh, he's always getting drunk these days.
Okay. Alrighty.
I would
How
drink a
much are we
lot
getting
too if
paid?
I was old.
I'm sure he'd drink a lot too because he know I can do this.
Is that freaking Nagi star from 50% off?
So this time Nathan's kind of laughing and it's kind of coming. Oh my god! And then he remembers, ow! Oh yeah! And he brushes his hand off his splinter.
That's for you too. You'll be able to rest tomorrow.
Anya, what were you saying in that? We kind of swept you off to the side there.
Oh, I was also like, how much are we getting paid? How much are you paying us?
That is not up for us. It is up for the colleague.
Okay, can you give us a guess of how much the colleague will pay us?
I'd assume he's paying you more than what you're originally getting. How rich are you people? I mean, throw in 15 gold if it makes you happy.
I'm fine.
That would make me very happy.
I got all of us. I don't know about Prashwana here. You can tell that this is Nate now. He's like, I don't know how much Prashwana here got, but I think we all got like over. And then he looks at the group. He says, I think we're pretty good money wise, right?
I'm
We got like 200 or so, right?
Yeah.
Well, about 20 platinum.
Okay, that'll be about 200 then.
Always use more. What is wrong with you people?
Oh no, it's 15 gold. Besides, and he whispers to her, we're gonna get a lot more when we do this job.
Alright then, as long as I get to eat and drink.
Oh yeah, I need to talk to you later. And he pats your shoulder.
Fine, we're going, I guess.
What did she do?
She says fine, we're going, I guess.
Can I still have the 15 gold though?
You
You
hear
hear
a
a face palm from Nate.
The old man
And for
laughs.
me, simultaneously.
It is all right. If you come and have a meal with us, we'll discuss the arrangement for your payment. All right? Trust us, we're not here to do anything naughty to you. And the woman chimes in, unless you want something naughty.
What race are they, by the way?
Humans.
Okay,
Correct.
so Nate seems very much not okay with that. Like as if like if a memory flash came across his vision, he's kind of like and he kind of like seizes up. No, I'm good.
Crescent Moon gets slightly nervous. Like,
Stop with that. But Nasty, you're scaring them. Let us all just go and have a great time. I'm here to get drunk. So why not do that at my own home, huh? Comfort and leisure.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll go.
Alrighty. You guys arrive at the Rukovsky Manor. It's a gated, heavily gated community here. Hold on a moment. It is a heavily gated community. It's covered by these stone and metal walls. There seems to be guards of all types, both the city guards and what looks like these more formal than the city guard, dare I say. You're dressed in an elaborate dressing uniform of blue and gray. As you approach their manor, it seems like it has been refitted into something else as well. And you see this diamond symbol with a blue star in the middle. If I am not correct, everyone roll history. Everyone who has met Dr. Lorenz rolls with advantage, so that's everyone but Persuiner.
How's 19?
19's good.
Hold on.
14's bad.
How's a 16?
16's good. Fairly good, but still good.
Nate has a 1.
How does a 19 sound, Haas?
Alright, everyone but Persuiner obviously knows this.
It's a 16, Chief.
Yeah, you're good. Dang, everyone good but Persuiner.
Damn.
Anyways, everyone but Persuiner knows that this is the symbol for Tawux, that weird name that Lorenz is a part of, or runs, actually. So...
What did that stand for
what?
again? What did Power-Up stand
Wisdom
for
save?
again?
That is the Torzhokian Agency of Health and Wellness for Health and Wellness for Utility and Civil Services.
Okay.
Okay.
18. You stay your personality. Oh wait, well, do you want to change it?
Considering the fact that this is probably dealing with stuff, that history and stuff that Nate has no idea what the hell he's talking about, he goes, okay, Nathan, get your ass up here.
Alright, so it's Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
You Nathan now.
Oh, I suppose... Oh, it's just... I believe this is the organization that Dr. Lorenz runs, is it not?
Indeed it is. They moved into our house because they couldn't find a place of their own to stay at. And the lady's like, it's fine. The guy who runs it is now the administrator of the city. Tawux is using a new administrator policy for their leadership in the coastal cities. Yes, to be honest, I don't really care. They pay me to go out and drink, so I don't mind. Isn't that the job of a lifetime, huh? Get paid to go and drink?
Sounds like quite the job.
Hell yeah, it does.
Maybe you can have it someday. You got to be an old Rasana Cortez like me.
I'd rather not. I prefer a life of adventure myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have came to the right place. I am very proud of you. If only I could be adventurer. But no, no, no. Mother said you have to be a great leader of some sort.
Ah, also, I'd like to apologize for my earlier behavior. It was most unbecoming of me, and he bows slightly.
I'm used to it. You saw those branded members, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, well, I've been dealing with them a good portion of my life right now. And I've dealt with much worse than them too. You should see what she does. And he points to Benassi. It's like, oh, you.
Nathan kind of blushes. Ah, yes.
Hey, I like you already. Let's go inside. You walk inside the manor, and there's a bunch of individuals there waiting to see you. And Bernardi, he speaks up and he's like, "Oh, let me introduce you to the court, or the old court, as I'd like to say. We still run as the court per se, but don't get me wrong. The administrators, the two-meter falcon here. This he points to an orc in some scholarly robes. This is the old court wizard. His name is whoop. His name is Rakast Millar. Say hello. Hello there.
Fancy.
Hello, Rakos.
What? You spend way too many time in Rusana culture, and you get that nicely thick accent after a while, don't you think?
Actually, Nathan would have a British, but I just thought about. He's from Guildland.
And then he points to a female drow over to his left. He's like, this is my personal guard. Her name is Havnia. Havnir, say hello. She doesn't respond. Hello, please. Oh, classic Havnir. Really know to say a good word.
And then Nathan says, "It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance." And he says to the orc, "It is a pleasure to make yours as well."
Pleasure to meet you. And the other one just stares.
As you do.
Crescent Moon will give a polite curtsy to the court wizard. It's good to meet you. And she'll turn to the drow guard and speak. It's good to meet you also.
She stares, and the orc scholar is like, pleasure to meet you as well.
Never mind now. I got a couple of questions for you later, but I won't ask for them for right now.
Very well. And Bernandi still points to two more individuals, two Lupin, who look like they are of tribal descent. And these are some monster hunters I have picked up along the way. Their name is Dakari and Greycoat. I promised to search for their tribe, as I have nothing else to do in my spare time, and in return they slay some monsters for me. Say hi.
And then Nathan looks at the Lupins and says in their language, which no one else knows, "It is a pleasure to meet fellow Lupin finally." And Dakari responds, "It is a pleasure to meet you as well." The two I'm trying to think of a natural Lupin greeting that they might do.
Well, Greycoat wouldn't respond to that. He don't know. She don't know.
Yeah. Real quick, is that in wolf speak or
Lupin?
Lupin, okay, full Lupin. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, unfortunately. How tragic. And
out of character, if that was in wolf speak, Crescent Moon would instantly speak up, but no, so.
Yeah, it's okay. It seems like the Greycoat individual doesn't seem to know what they're speaking about either.
Two of them seem to be having a very fascinating conversation.
Nathan seems very
Or if she
drawn by
did,
this.
she doesn't seem to hold much of a reaction.
Nathan seems to be very drawn to this other Lupin. Yeah, because the two of them are having an intense conversation in their own language.
How intense?
Yes. Benassi, do you know what they're speaking?
Like, the two of them are smiling and everything, and they both seem fascinated by some topic of conversation.
No, I don't know what they're speaking about that.
Jealousy.
Hey, Rakas, do you know what they're talking about? I think they're speaking in their native tongue, unfortunately. I did not study that at the Hawk Academy.
Oh, you a dog too?
I thought you said you're a dog too. I was about to say.
That's what she said.
No, you went to Hawk too.
the scholar looks up at looks down at the little the goblin and is like, indeed, I must say it is a rare find to see a goblin in the academy as well.
The scholar, what was he again? An orc?
He was an orc, so it would be rare to find him.
I say to him in orc, it's a pleasure.
Ah, you know my language too, he says it in orcish.
Yes, I've studied many over the years. I know a little bit of Tycrol too, but unfortunately, I haven't gotten the thick of it
you
yet.
learned the Kalak language.
Yeah.
That was a little bit too hard for me. I just decided to go into a couple of magic. That's about all I could have done, sadly. But you seem a lot more smarter. Hearing about Tycrol, I must say.
Thank you.
We should talk sometime. It would be
Oh yes, definitely.
fascinating.
It would. My name is Fleck Duncan Primrose.
Nice to meet you, Fleck Duncan Primrose. I think I have been introduced, but just in case you forgot, it is Rakas Miller.
Say it again.
Rakas Millar.
Okay, recast. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I can't hear anyone else. Check my DMs.
I can't
check my DMs. Alright, hold on a moment. I was told to check DMs. Repeating to check DMs. From you. Nice. Continues to be racist. Alright, is there anyone who wants to respond? Oh, don't worry, you will get your gold. I'm actually going to have Benassi. If you could go and get the colleague for me, it would be much appreciated. For now, let us all sit and have a feast. He ushers you to a sitting room with a bunch of chairs, a fireplace, and some books. And in the middle, a small amount of foods, desserts mainly, and some wines.
While sort of this is unfolding, Greycoat and Crescent Moon seem to move to each other in conversation of speaking in Elvish. The two of them seem to be hitting it off oddly well, despite being from two groups that vehemently hate each other. Theoretically, they seem to just keep have a polite conversation with each other. Seem to be talking old stories and stuff like that as they move into the dining room area.
No, dining room. It's more of like a study room.
Study room,
Yeah,
dining room.
It's
It
a
also
dining room
looks
now. There's so many people over there. It's like a small party.
Mhm.
Is there anyone who wishes to speak with any one of these individuals?
Riken, their name was?
Or Rakast?
Oh, recast. Jeez. Recast. Okay, I'm gonna grab some lemon cake and then sit down with Recast and talk a little bit about.
He also grabbed some lemon cake. That's interesting.
Yeah. Or no, rather lemon meringue pie. Lemon meringue pie is bomb.
Nah,
lemon
he's going with the
meringue
lemon
pie is
cake.
bomb. Oof. Okay, and we sit kind of close to the fire, and I whip out my book and talk about that a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, this is by one of my favorite authors. I'm sure you've heard of him.
What was the name of the author again?
Renfok the Second.
Renfok the Second. He's gonna roll investigation. He rolls a natural 20. Oh yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. He's an interesting writer, to say the least. Kind of chuckles a little bit.
I just made that. I mean, like, I think that's a real author's name, but like, okay, and but yeah, it talks a little bit about the origins of Amanor and the values of soul in this particular religion, which I've only been studying up on recently, even though it's technically my home religion. I haven't exactly worshipped it my whole life. I was kind of an orphan, so I didn't have anyone to really force me to go to church or whatever.
I must admit, I too am not the hugest fan of religion, preferring to stay in apathy, and preferring to stay in my study and look at books to get better. But I do hear that the colleague, the administrator is what we call him, he is very pious and might fantasize about the Amanort if you were to talk about it with him. Unfortunately, I do not know much about your book. I do know the artist is not, or the author is not much of an author per se, but he's, I suppose, an interesting fellow.
Yeah, he went through a kind of weird phase before this. Like, this is the first really serious thing he's tackled upon. Before that, he kind of wrote a few books that were a little bit more comical.
Like the gummy bugbear, yeah.
Oh yeah, the gummy bugbear, and the gummy, and something alcoholic, then something boozy, then something that makes Renfog woozy, which was the best trilogy. The best trilogy I have ever read in all of my.
Truly interesting reads. I think the hardest part was reading.
They made me laugh out loud.
Handwriting is definitely unique.
Yes, very. I'm usually not into comical stuff, but I had to because it was for a report for Null History Month.
And then you hear a voice pattern. Wait, those dirty beasts got. And then you hear it suddenly be stifled.
Cass is just out of words to speak. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you, Fleck. You are.
I mean, I didn't assign it. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm very awkward, you see, so I sometimes apologize for no reason at the end of social encounters, so...
Why don't you like this picture? It has me in it, and I don't like it.
What now?
No, it's a joke because of what you said.
He kind of just awkwardly starts taking bites of his lemon cake. We're gonna move on to anyone else?
Actually, Nathan, after a discussion with Dakari, is gonna walk over to Anya.
Hey, buddy.
While you have that conversation, I'm gonna go take a pee-pee.
Okay. Hey, Anya.
Who is this?
This is Nate.
Nate?
This is Nate.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much. Would you mind if I talk to you real quick?
No, but hold on. Let me get my 2 glasses of wine.
That's one of the reasons why I love you, Anya. You're always drunk.
Alright, I get my 2 glasses of wine and then I walk with you. Or whatever. Are we walking or are we just like going to
So like we sit in an area like where it's just the 2 of us where no one's probably gonna hear.
Okay.
So I sit down across to you and I'm like, and so Nate's kinda like, I have some explaining to do, don't I?
Yeah, you do. What the hell was that back at the end?
So, that whole airship adventure, that was me, but it also wasn't me in a way.
Okay, and I'm just like confused why you try to explain.
Okay, let's do this first. My whole name's my true, I guess my true name is Nathaniel Brown. You've known me as Nate all the time, but that was my original name. I haven't been that person in a long time, though.
Right? That's what.
So, and then he says, this is hard to explain. It's better if I show you. So he pulls out this book that is bound in black leather, and it's kind of like keeping it very close to himself to make sure that you don't try and reach out for it. And he says, a long time ago, Nathaniel, went out on a search, and he and his colleagues found this book. They took it when they most certainly when they probably shouldn't have, and all of them were kind of drawn to it. I don't think I need to say what happened to all of Nathaniel's colleagues, do I?
No, I got the gist.
Yeah. So Nathaniel was the only one left, and he decided to open the book. It was the worst idea ever, and that's when I was technically born.
Who was technically born?
Me, Nate, and I guess by a lesser extent, Nathan, my other half.
Okay.
So you see, this book, it shattered Nathaniel's mind. Basically, I'm not whole. I'm a piece of Nathaniel. I'm the main person that you've known, but I'm basically an incomplete part. There's the other part of me, Nathan. He's the guy. He's the well-spoken one. He's the one who you'd most likely ask the answer to a question to. I'm the guy who you'd ask to hit shit.
Okay, so who was the other one who was a bit stuck up?
And then he tries to say something, but it looks like he kind of doesn't want to at the same time.
No, tell me. We're supposed to be friends. You tell me things.
You remember that copied city that we were at before?
Yeah.
Me and Nate walked in. We weren't the only ones who walked out.
So what? There's like 3 of you now.
Yeah. I need you to do me a favor and keep this under wraps between you and me.
I mean, okay, that's fine. It's not always gonna tell the whole world.
Yeah. What? The thing he said. The thing is, though, before he got in here, he said that he wanted to see the world, and I kind of want to make sure that he doesn't. So if something bad happens and I go rogue,
Roll will save.
oh, it's a 4.
You cannot say that.
He tries to say that, but it looks like it's too painful for him to say. He's like, I. Never mind.
Can I try to persuade him what he's saying or no?
No.
Nope. Apparently not. Anya, just stay safe, okay? I don't. Even if it's not gonna be me in control, it's still gonna haunt me for the rest of my life if I did something to you.
No.
Well, okay then. I mean, I can't make no promises that I won't be put in danger, but
But at least make sure that I'm not the one who makes that happen.
Well, I'm not gonna let that happen though, so don't worry about it.
Alright then. Now let's get fucking drunk.
Yeah!
Hey,
Then I
that's
down, like,
the
my 2
words I
glasses of
like to
wine.
hear. I'm out
You
of...
drinking with us?
Before I do that, actually, I have to tell you a story, if you don't mind. Well, I don't have to. I just really feel the need to do it. I'm kind of woozy and I feel lonely. And Benashi's not here. You mind if I just tell it aloud? See if anyone wishes to hear.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah,
He cracks open a small book and just puts his finger down.
What's one of these guys? God help me. He whispers to Anya anyway.
I hear that it's story time, and I immediately stop talking about Gummy Bugbear, and I'm all like, one moment, and I sit down where they're talking about story time. And I bring my lemon cake.
What was ready?
Once upon a time,
pie.
There lived a wolf, a lone one, separated from its pack because of twisted features it had on its face. It was unloved, unwanted by its pack, and forced to spend its time scavenging a frosted wasteland for scraps the price to live. Over time, its body grew hollow, and food was getting harder and harder to find. One day, it stumbled across a bird, a raven to be exact, who had gotten caught in a trap. The raven, unlike the wolf, was fine with being alone, wasn't afraid of getting hungry or the cold. It didn't mind. It didn't mind missing a few days. Unlike the wolf, it was fine with being alone. Oh, yeah. The wolf felt every urge to eat it. Its primal instincts getting the best of it, but for some reason, it set the bird free. It released it from its little cage. Why it did it, the world may never know, but the raven was most certainly grateful. Together, the two of them worked together. The raven using its differences to spot food, and the wolf using its own strengths to catch and kill this food. Although vastly different from one another, almost like opposites, the two in one were the same. I guess that goes to say, opposites do attract, eh? But as soon as he says that, Benassi walks through the door, and she's like, "The administrator would like to see you all now, before you get drunk, of course." Bernardi was like about to say something. He was like, "Oh," and he closes the book. Well, I'm sure you didn't want to hear all of that, anyways.
And I mask my disappointment. I'm like, no, I wanted to hear it. No. Except in my flat voice, no, I wanted to hear it. I'm 21, but more like 12.
And Nate was kind of like leaning against Anya, like trying not to fall asleep. Like,
I said the administrator would like to hear you now.
huh? What happened? Oh.
Rude.
Nate looks at Anya and smiles. Oh, come on, that's one of my best qualities.
I scarf down my slice of pie and I go with them.
As soon as Moon hears that the administrator is ready to be spoken to, she'll say her goodbyes to Grey Coat and make her way towards where the Countess is.
All right, is everyone ready to go? Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Well, with that, let's go. She walks you down a little aisleway. Hold on a moment. I'm gonna change the music here. Man, this lute music is actually pretty calming. Is it just me? I'm the only one? Damn it! Why don't you mute this spot, Smooth? Yeah, you could just put its volume at 1. What?
There we go.
So, I know Bernard is really. Was he telling you the story of the Raven and the Wolf again? He tells
Yes,
that
I was
story a lot.
enjoying.
It's his favorite. One of the few that were passed down from Rusanic traditions. Anyways, she opens the door, and in it, hold on, is a room with a singular individual with a gray cloak, with blue underlining, and wolf ears. It appears that this individual is a lupin. He's staring out into a clock-shaped window, and the room is very odd, too. It's a clock-esque window. It's overlooking a vast swath of Falcon from the height of the manor, the tallest building in the city. And there's small pipes of flowing water. To step in here barefoot, you'd be stepping in pure water. And your feet would definitely be wet. And it's giving the room an odd tune to it as well. The room seems almost near mystical as you meet this individual. In the middle of the room, you assume to be the administrator, a fellow colleague of Dr. Lorenz. Does anyone remember his name? I did drop it a couple of times.
Shoot.
If you can't, make an investigation check.
Okay.
Alright.
Let's see.
13.
I got in the 13.
4!
Not 20.
I got a 4. I got a
Hold on,
4.
Moving to his appearance.
Fleck is embarrassed to say he doesn't know. So he just says nothing.
Only one who remembers flatly is Nathaniel, through various amounts of knowledge. This is Klaus Desmond, the head minister of Talwak's operations in Faloski, also known as the Storm General.
Would I know what a moniker would like to go by? Professor, General? What moniker would I know what moniker you'd like to go by?
Goes by anything. Administrator probably works the best. That's his current position.
Administrator Klaus Desmond. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Ah, the pleasure is mine, actually. I must say, this is quite a crowd. You are the Lorenz agents, are you correct?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
You are. Well, I don't know why that woman would send people my way, but I thought I had it handled, but I suppose not. Hold on a moment. I need to gather up my intellect. You see him fumble through a couple of papers on his desk.
So you're gonna think you
You see him fumble through a couple of papers on his desk as I keep hitting tab. Hold on. This is gonna be a bitch.
You already pushed it.
Yes, give him a second.
Oh, okay.
Alright, you see him funneling through a couple of papers, and you notice that this individual, for an individual, he's like, roll perception. Everyone who wants to look for something odd. Based.
That's the 8.
So, look at
Mm-hmm. Look at his papers or at him? Okay. Alrighty.
I was looking at him.
Mm-hmm. An 18.
18 on the sight perception check.
Looking at him or the papers?
Honestly, gonna look at him.
Alright, so Persuena notices that the papers he's looking at were orders and requests from Goal that have not been returned yet. And from the city of Goal. It's known as the big trading capital here. What? Gull, as in the bird. He pulls out a piece of paper and he's like, ah, yes, that one. You notice, however, for a Lupin, this guy seems to be wearing very tight-fit clothes, and, you know, the absence of a tail is really concerning. A Lupin with no tail? What is this?
Even to a wolf Neko, that is very concerning.
Lupin.
Ah, but you don't know that.
We don't know that he does not have a tail.
Only one who knows is him.
Okay.
Or Crescent.
Crescent Moon will... She'll take in this information and honestly, despite him being a Lupin, is very concerned for him. Or for what has occurred to him in the past.
Alright, so, here's the deal. Hold on a moment. Moving to PowerPoint. So here's the deal. I'm stuck here as the administrator of this region until I can fix the problem. The current problem is the absurdity low life expectancy of this region specifically, or this province, especially in the Griffle Gull area. Seems to be a lot of crime, a lot of Arakakara attacks, reportedly coming from there. And I'm here to secure a more healthier state for the province, and of course, to prove that Talwux is a, you know, semi-decent organization.
And I assume to also make the area viable for more, better for people to come in here.
We're trying to make it so that the mining province seems more appealing to other members of Torzhokia. Without these rare minerals we get from Faloski, it is potentially dangerous for the whole nation as a whole. If we don't have the employment to supply, there's a huge demand for these resources. If we don't have the people living healthy lives going on, there's no one who wants to come here. They'll think, oh no, I'll die. And even that hurts even my feelings. So I'm here to make sure they don't die. There's someone else who's here to make sure that they come by and make sure Torzhokia is a much happier place as a result of that. And in return, if I am to complete this, I'll get the promotion back of being the head of the military talks. Unfortunately, they placed me here because I did some bad things I don't remember. No, I think they only placed me here because to be honest, I think Lorenz needed some time away from me. But, if I finish this province, I get that promotion back. It's good to have more control of the state. I'm sure you understand. Unfortunately, you guys are... I don't really know you too well. The Lorenz promised that you were intellectual, really outwardly creative in your thinking. And from what I hear from the Rukovskis, you were rather efficient at dealing with the branded at the inn earlier today, correct?
Yes, we were quite efficient at our matters.
I approve of efficiency. In fact, that is how I run my things. Efficient and productive. And to ensure that this is a continuing matter, it would be best if you could sadly prove yourselves to me that you are worthy of being considered very creative thinkers by doing something that the resources and men I already have cannot.
Then where shall we start?
Those men you fought, they were members of a rebellion group called the Branded. The Branded are located in Griffle, the main resource area. We mainly use Griffle for the rare minerals, such as adamantium, mithril, and diamonds. And these are usually where the lowly educated go to mine, so, of course, it has a huge problem with revolutions, uprisings, and the sort, due to unfair treatment. I was here to fix that issue, but unfortunately, when I arrived, the Branded were already here. They have both me and the city guard at odds, and there isn't much we can do, as they have set up an angry mob around their headquarters, or their presumed headquarters, a gambling house known as the Rising Sun. We can't go in there without harming innocents. I would not approve of anything of the sort. So unfortunately, we are stuck here in a stalemate until the Branded have been cleared out of their city. Basically, what I'm asking you to do is to wipe out this organization without killing innocents.
That's a tough job to do when they have a habit of emulates the exploding head.
It is hard to do, but unfortunately for you, that is only for members of the Branded organization. There's a lot of members in a rebellion, very few that are holding it together. In fact, I can give you the names of 5 key people in this organization.
Any information on these 5 people's habits, lifestyles, and everything?
The main person in charge here is an individual only known as the Firebrand. We don't know much about them. We know that they're an intellectual of some sorts, as these are usually the types of people who would start uprisings. and that their goals are for equality among all individuals.
They always say equality, but it never ends that way.
Yeah, so it seems. Apparently, this individual has been branding other individuals under their wing, so that they can have better control over them.
Do you know if they are able to see through the eyes of those that they brand?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Oh, that'll make our job easier then. They won't know that we're coming, hopefully.
Yes, speaking of which, let me give you the names of those people. So, we have, the main people on our list is the Firebrand. She's the leader. Or not she, they are the leader. The Firebrand resides in their headquarters, the House of the Rising Sun. We have the two owners of the gambling house, a pair of siblings known as Dan and Eve Laphis. Dan and Eve Laphis. We know the current big head that isn't really enigmatic is the Firebrand's personal assistant, an orc named Grob. Seems rather big for his stature, a rather big person to deal with. And finally, a former scholar named Kurl Evansky, who keeps the city guard and mercs on a wild goose chase as the uprising slowly grows in the city.
Any sort of timetable we're working on here? Like word of a major
I would prefer to have
uprising?
this done as quickly as possible, for we'll get your payment and my trust for the actual assignment upon completion.
Dead,
Still.
alive, or doesn't matter.
So long as they are out of the question, I'm sure the rebellion will fall soon after. If we take out these leaders, there isn't much they would have but a couple of angry cells, and we are able to put that down a lot more effectively than an organized group with several hundred innocents in the way. There are two ways we think you could go about attacking this. We've set up a barrier around them, and they've set up their own barriers to protect against us. You could attempt to sneak past these barriers and perhaps trick them into thinking you are one of them. I don't know how you would do that, but Lorenz says you are intuitive thinkers. Alternatively, there is the crane system. It is a weird invention that the Tickreels made over the city. It could move you above the house, I think. It moves above most of the city. It could perhaps move you above there, should you know how to operate it. Unfortunately, there are very few people who can operate it. Avensky was one of those people.
Quick question. You happen to have a map of the underground, or any sort of underground here?
The underground of Falcon?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there isn't much of an underground. Most of the underground takes place in... He thinks about it for a moment. I suppose. Why would you need it?
Well, given that either A, we try to leap over the walls, so to speak, and try to blend in, try to come in over the top, and get easily spotted. Both of those options either end in us getting shot at, or us getting slashed at. Coming in through the underground at least gives us a slight advantage. No one sees us coming, but as soon as we pop our heads out, we pray that no one's around to see us come through.
I think it'd be hard either way. We unfortunately sealed off most of the underground areas to coming from or to the area. Unfortunately, it would be just as hard as walking through one of the barriers.
Fair.
But you may still have the map if you wish.
That's something to keep for later.
I'm not sure how well the crane system would work, but perhaps it could be of some use. If anything, it could be used as a distraction for when you actually go in. These are just thoughts of a mere general, of course.
That is fair.
I would do these myself, but I can be spotted for miles, and I would rather not harm any innocents, or be, of course, involved in the harming of any innocents. You, of course, are free to do as you wish. Although I would prefer the less the innocent casualties, the better. If you speak with my colleague, Bernandi, he should be able to set you up with some resources and materials that can help you on your journey. If you were to dispatch of this group, you will each be paid 300 gold apiece. And you will have my trust for the actual mission, which is to help this province be healthy once more.
Sounds like a deal to me.
I'm sold.
Very thankful. But of course, I can't wait to see what lovely ideas you all have in mind. Now, if you excuse me, I have other things to attend to. Me? Well, yeah, if you wish.
We will make sure that this walks off, never mind. And Nathan bows and then decides to take his leave.
So wait, did you all just leave or something?
Are we not staying the night at the manor?
Well, we have to leave the room.
You are free to stay the night at the manor. And you are supposed to be trekking to Griffel, which is a city outside of Falcon. It's to the northeast.
It would make sense. Well, it would make sense if we
Not
rest for the
northeast,
night and
northwest.
buy horses the next.
Yeah.
Well, thinking about it, it would make sense to buy horses. It would make sense to rest for the night and then potentially seek out horses to ride to ride out to our destination the next day.
What an expense. I hope you put 2 to a horse or something.
And then Nathan shakes his pals of 200 gold. I think I have enough.
Wouldn't it be a little bit of a better price to buy a couple of horses and a wagon for all of us?
Potentially, yes.
Yes, I am.
Good decision making.
Oh, you all ready to party now?
Yeah, we are.
No, I suggest that we rest for the night and then leave the next day. After all, some of us might have spent ourselves a bit much in that tavern. Besides, we need to come up with a plan before we rush off from that place.
Oh, you are accepting the contract, yes?
Of course.
Might as well.
You're rather proud. He fumbles through his pockets and takes out a key and hands it to Anya. This is for you, right there. If you go to my cellar and unlock the small closet door, you are free to take anything in there. Consider it a thanks for helping.
It's all alcohol.
I'm getting so wasted.
What are you looking at, Terry? What?
Well then, I will. Well, you may all go rest. I might head back to the study room to come up with some ideas, and I think I have something in mind, but I need to meditate on it. And
yes, you are all free to use any of the guest rooms to your disposal. We don't get the many inviters in here anyways.
I'll spend some time doing reading of my own. Study also. But, a glass of wine, is it?
We don't drink glasses here in Torzhokia. We drink bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Well then, a bottle of wine might be consumed also alongside the studying.
All right. Would you like to come down with me? I have a wide selection of exotic wines and chutneys for you.
Can I roll insight just to make sure he's actually being honest about this? That's the 21 Haas on the making sure he's trying to be a little bit honest here.
Excited even to show you his collection of wines.
Crescent Moon will simply nod and say, sure, let's check out the wine collection.
Oh, pleasure. Let us go. Alright, and he goes over to Anya. And you, would you like a few wines for your road and travel as well?
Sure.
Oh, more the merrier, shall I say? And he starts jollily walking downstairs, although a little bit drunk. You might need some help going down those stairs. In fact, he might. Yeah, he's gonna make what is that? That's a dex save, right?
Yeah, and Crescent Moon will help him out.
Roll 8, because he rolled a 2.
Dex save also. That was a 12 sound, Haas.
You try pulling him, but he brings you down at the last step, and it's just like, he starts sliding down, and you're trying to grab him, and you start sliding with him. Luckily, the two of you didn't fall, but it was kind of awkward. And Anya's just sitting there like, what?
Yeah, she's just like, oh, okay then.
Oh no, come down. I got more wines for you.
Alright, well, I follow them.
And then, you left, the remaining 3 individuals, Fleck, Pershwina, and the very sleepy Nathaniel, are just left with Benassi and the other individuals of the manor who I have described.
I'm sleepy. Very sleepy.
You were sleepy?
I'm very sleepy.
Fleck is sleepy. Fleck, go to sleep. Alrighty?
Yeah, I'm gonna get like a Bailey's, like a creamy thing, and then take it up to my guest room. Yeah, I like creamy drink.
Right,
and then I'm gonna crawl into bed.
And then you...
Because that helps me go to sleep.
That's good. Alrighty.
Schreiner is going to look for something light and hydrating.
You find water.
That's perfect. I will take all the water, go find a nice guest room to relax in the room.
All the water.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's a lot of water in this place. But they were mainly put there by the administrator.
Oh.
He's like, it has a small Tawux brand on it. Tawux brand bottled water. And Nathan or Nathaniel, roll a will save. Or a whiz save.
That's not a natural 20. That's a 21.
You stay whoever you are.
Actually, when Nathan went to the study room and he started thinking, You notice that he just kind of like he looks off into space. It looks like there doesn't seem to be anyone in control. It looks just like he just looks empty right now.
All right. Okay. Ah. I guess he's gonna go to his room and sleep, or a room.
Well, actually, he spends some time in the study room just sitting there. Maybe people notice.
Would he like to talk to
notice.
Dakari some more? Would he like to talk to Dakari some more?
He's talking to himself.
Damn.
Like all of himself.
Damn. Having a solid conversation.
To discuss what they should do, basically. And like, if anyone passes by them, notice it kind of looks. Sometimes he looks annoyed. Sometimes there's a smile on his face. Other times he just looks so bored. Until finally he breaks out of it eventually.
Okay.
And then he'll actually head to his room. Not speaking to anyone in the party. He'll just like try to avoid all of them as he heads to his room and just relaxes, eventually going to sleep.
All right. Now for the 3 drunk boys. He looks down and he pulls down the slow lever and a small thing of fire erupts from the ground, and it just goes in a straight line, and you can see like thousands and thousands of feet of like nothing but bottles of wine. He points to the right. He's like, over there's cellar. He points to a door and it says cellar closet.
Oh, cellar.
Cresimoon will say, "This is much better than the vinegar wine that the tribe has."
You bet. Knowing you got lots of money and you next to those worry, you got lots of
Cresimoon will just simply start walking around the cellar, the wine area, and see what's there.
Oh, lots of stuff. Most of these, however, are of Luwari make model, being that Faloski is really close to the Luwari Province. You probably get these at a much cheaper price. There are a couple of wines as far out as Miglia. Yeah, some Dragonborn whiskey in there, too. There's a little red tag on it.
Whiskey.
Out.
Whatever. You got me at Dragonborn whiskey.
The strongest.
Yeah, there's like a red painted cabinet, and those seem to have the strongest shit in it.
Oh,
and he said only one of those. Those things could kill.
Let's get it.
Like, these bottles are weird. Like, some of them are glowing, is how bad they are.
That's why I'm still drinking. Whiskey glowing, or what is glowing? Because I'm curious now.
Forgive me if I fall asleep.
Some interesting ones to look at would be the Dragonborn whiskey. There's the Firebrand wine, which seems to be glowing red. There's one that has a label that says "Oh," and it's glowing blue. And then there's a giant one. It's like a giant fucking bottle. It's in its own little canister, and it has Mississippi Queen on it.
If you know what I mean.
Oh no.
If you know what I mean.
I think one was glowing red. What was it? What was the name of it? It was something wine, right?
What? No.
Mississippi Queen.
And yes,
Whatever
Mississippi
happened?
Queen looks like trash that's glowing. I wouldn't drink that one, though. If you know what I mean.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Alright. But yeah, Anya already made her choice on the whiskey. Crescent Moon, being slightly naive, will pick up the large one in its own canister.
The Mississippi Queen.
Yeah.
Hold on a moment. That gets its own fucking music.
Oh no.
Yes, here we fucking go. Whatever happened to Fawn?
He just got back.
Oh,
Alright. You, my good sir, are gonna roll a constitution save. You're gonna roll it 3 times.
3.
Three d20s. He's drinking the Mississippi Queen. I'll let you know. It's 3 checks. It's to see how fucking destroyed he's gonna get.
This is gonna be.
Oh, time to play that motherfucking music.
I just skip.
Oh my god, why this music?
Because it's Mississippi Queen!
You take 1 sip, and you have a motherfucking experience.
Oh
You
my
ain't
god.
in the cellar anymore, buddy.
I was about to say, does she like transcend existence right
You
now?
are transcending existence. Tell me, what is the dream you having right now?
Oh man. I just want to make sure. When she comes down, it's basically going to be The Hangover, right? The movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I'm gonna go missing and be stuffed in a trunk.
I don't even want to know what's gonna happen with Nathaniel because of you guys.
Tell me your fucking dream.
Okay. It's honestly, I know this is probably gonna come across as bland, but it's just simply walking through an endless forest, hunting. That's it. But then occasionally she fights like a big monster, and it, you know, in her head, you know, death metal's playing, and
With the
I
Mississippi
would
Queen.
think.
That dream is like you fighting in a neon forest. Some of the trees are upside down. The monster you're fighting splits into every time you fight it. Oh, and it's made of complete fucking liquid that you then just drink.
And your eyes like melt out of your socket.
And when Eddie drinks the monster, she drinks more of the alcohol.
yeah.
In monster can't damn, I do. They're Anya and Bernandi sees like this little girl take this giant jug and just like 1 sip, and her eyes are just glowing orange as she just hits the ground with a thump. She is out cold.
Like stone cold, graveyard dead.
At least you're gonna wake up if you rolled good in the other two chats.
Really? Oh, I thought that would get progressively harder as she drank more.
I was thinking like the scene from Regular Show.
Yeah, that scene was probably going on in her fucking brain.
Now I wish Anya drunk that. That would have been fucking hilarious.
Yeah, Bernandi is kind of picking it up to make sure none of it spills onto the ground. He's like, oh, she shouldn't have drunk that. Oh no, she out cold.
Oh no.
He looks at Anya and he points at that. You wanted to drink?
Quick aside. She's only like 4'6" and 120 pounds. That alcohol is gonna be in her system for a little while.
Nah, it's gonna get out rather quickly thanks to your con saves.
Oh, well, yeah.
But nah, that first one made you out cold. You failed. Oh boy. He points at Anya. It's like, you gonna drink?
What, that or the whiskey?
He points at that.
Mississippi fucking queen, bro.
Mississippi fucking queen.
You know what? Why? You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I'm gonna drink some.
Alright,
my
bet.
God.
She gets advantage on the save though.
At least. Roll 3 constitution saves with advantage.
Yep.
3.
Hey, my advice, what you should.
Your lowest one goes first, by the way.
So, 18 first?
18, 19, and 21.
She takes one sip of it, and the screen, her vision fades in and out for black and orange. She like stumbles a bit backwards, but she comes right back up. Drinking the Mississippi Queen and surviving, you are going to get +1 on con saves for the next 24 hours.
Shit, nice.
Anya, the motherfucking
Even
drink.
Bernanvi was like, what the fuck just happened? She like, you had an experience, but you went to decide and punch it.
Hell yeah. Now
And you
you
just
know
come
how
out
I
with
am
like the
with
biggest
alcohol.
burp, and now you're glowing orange.
Seems about right.
Now I'm low-key kinda...
You're glowing orange now,
So you
Anya.
glow orange, so you have a glow of 5 feet, and you have a +1 in con saves for the next 24 hours. Your liver is fucking god right now.
The liver?
Alright. DC.
Anya has a liver.
Is
Dang! Alrighty. That's enough, Mississippi Queen for one day. He sticks that bottle back in its place and, puts a lock on it and fumbles with the key as he's kind of drunk. You want your things, by the way? It's in closet.
What's in closet?
Your things. Oh, the key. He points to his, like, belt. There's no key there.
Where's the key?
He gave you it
Oh, yeah, he
from
did.
earlier, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna unlock the closet. Although I need press.
Alright, you unlock the closet and roll initiative! No, I'm joking. Roll perception.
Oh god, no.
No, roll your perception here.
Damn, 8. I don't see shit.
So what's your roll on perception? Alright. So, you're still kind of a bit woozy from that experience that was the Mississippi fucking Queen. Even for you, a hardened dwarf who's like had the strongest of shit, this was pretty fucking tough. Really hit your liver. But, you look into it and you see a couple of things through the wooziness. There are 2 entire kegs of wine in here. So there are 2 entire barrels. I don't think you can fit those in your backpack, but they're there. There are 4 bottles of wine of decent make on top. There's a handkerchief, a scroll of create food, a scroll of create water, 2 health potions, a book. You can't really read it right now. The vision's kind of bluesy. one dagger, and a pouch of gold coins that says 4, and then you can't really read the other word. You assume it's probably for you, though.
How much can I see?
That's all you can see right now.
But how much can I carry, so to speak? Like,
You
is
could
there a
carry
limit to how much?
everything but the giant fucking canisters of wine. The kegs, you can't fit that in a backpack. But you could take the 4 bottles and hold them in your hands. The handkerchief and the rest is tiny things, scrolls and handkerchiefs, potions, and a pouch of gold coins. Yeah, easy.
Alright, I'm a bit dated right now, but I'm gonna take the stuff. All of it.
All right. Do you remember what everything said?
I knew I'm gonna take the 4 bottles of wine.
Alrighty.
The 2 scrolls was like you make food, and then the other one's
A
like
scroll of
create
create
water.
food and a scroll of create water.
The gold pouch, I'm taking that.
Gold pouch that says 4, but you can't really see the name. 2 health potions and a book.
Yeah, there you go.
But you don't understand what the book is.
I'm sure someone will, but I'm still gonna take it.
You grab some things in the drunken slumber, and those items are now in your inventory. Do you wish to do anything down here? It seems like both the little Neko and the old dude have been out cold now. Hello?
It's Crescent. Yeah, I can hear you, Connor.
What?
What?
What? I can't remember.
No, I was just gonna make a dumb
disconnected for a
Vine
moment,
joke.
so I couldn't hear what you said.
What'd you say?
I was making a dumb. I was making a dumb Vine joke. I was gonna be like, Miss Crescent. Oh my
Miss
fucking gosh, she
Crescent!
fucking dead.
Oh my gosh, she's dead.
She fucking dead.
Anya? There
yeah.
are 2 really passed out individuals in front of you. And there's a whole lot of wine, potentially with your name on it.
Okay, but that Mrs. Sweet Queen kind of messed me up just a little bit. So that's no more for the day.
No more.
No more for the day.
No more.
I'm glowing orange. That says something.
Eh, I think the drunk god blessed that one, or the trash god, one of those 2.
But I'm going to carry the 2 knocked out. Unless Crescent Moon is fine now.
Is Crescent Moon like starting to come around now, or?
Yeah, it's starting to come around. You see Crescent Moon, still glowing orange eyes. Kind of walks up the stairs.
She's when she walks up the stairs, it's like each time she takes a step, she sort of like leans a little too far to the left or right for anyone's comfort.
This tiny wolf lady just doing that.
And her tail is sort of like wildly moving about, trying to compensate. So, one step, another step. She eventually gets to the top of the steps before tripping on the top one and falling over.
No.
Then she starts crawling on the floor.
Ooh, no, she drunk.
She drunk.
She fucked up.
I'm gonna tell you what, dude. You're gonna awaken in a random place. Start next day. I'll roll that. You do it. Do it. Alrighty.
My D100.
Hard dies. Okay. 21.
Noted. Anyways, I want everyone to go to sleep here, so I'm gonna ask if Pershwena or if Anya have anything else they would like to do. You just drinking water until you sleep?
That's right.
Damn, it'd be like that. All right, and he got a hangover from water.
No, bro.
Is that technically a drowning? Having too much water. Is that technically drowning?
My door was slightly ajar, and my cat came in and jumped on my desk and scared the shit out of me.
What are you?
On the bright side, you don't have to worry about going to the bathroom later. Alrighty. So, Anya, it's just you left in the house awake. Well, you and, of course, what seems like the administrator.
It might be, but who knows?
Wait, is that the one that passed out, or no? He's still awake.
Nah. Bernandi is passed out in the cellar. And, Crescent Moon is now nowhere to be seen.
You saw her crawling off to some place and you quickly lost track of her.
Yeah, she ran off.
Apparently those claws allow her to accelerate faster. Or crawl faster for some reason.
Oh. Alright, well, I think I'm done for the night. I mean, I'm still like a bit tripped out that I'm glowing, but I think I might just sleep it off.
Alright. You go off to take the big napo, the big beppo. And with that, I'm going to end the session. I think we've all had a rough night, to say the least.
It wasn't rough, it was a little long.